all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
Montgomery County deputies have arrested a man accused of kidnapping and assault. Authorities say 20-year-old Donald Eugene Jackson Jr. attacked a woman Sunday night near Pike Road, then fled into Chilton County. With help from local deputies, Jackson was arrested around 1 a.m. Monday, and the victim was found safe. He now faces charges of first-degree kidnapping and second-degree domestic violence. Several firearms were also seized during the arrest. Jackson is being held without bond in Montgomery County Detention Facility. For 1819 News, I'm Garrison Hardy.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Program busy day today, a lot going on in the news. In particular, woke up to the breaking news that the Israeli Air Force struck senior leadership of Hamas in Doha, Qatar, as senior leaders of Hamas were considering a ceasefire agreement being offered up by Witkoff, the Trump envoy, trying to stop this ongoing operation into Gaza City. The Israelis struck in. It's not clear, at least from what I've seen, how many they have taken out so far. Joining us to discuss this, a few other things, we have Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, how you doing today, sir?
Pretty good, Joey. Disgusted about the news, but you can't let it get you down. It just keeps coming.
It really keeps coming, and it looks like on both of the big wars we've been covering, Israel and Gaza, Israel, Hamas, as well as Russia, Ukraine, neither is stopping, except maybe in the Russia case, they might overcome the Ukrainian.
You know, Colonel McGregor on my podcast just about an hour and a half ago, when I asked him what was accomplished in Anchorage, Alaska, he said to me, basically nothing. It was basically just a PR stunt for both sides, each side reveling for a couple of days in the warm greeting they received from the other side. But in terms of the American equipment that's being sent to Ukraine, that hasn't been reduced. And in terms of the level of ferocity of the Russians fighting the Ukrainians, that has actually accelerated. I mean, for the first time, the Russians actually attacked a major Ukrainian government building in which the cabinet was meeting at the time of the meeting. Now, but nobody in the cabinet was hurt, and the damage to the building was minimal. It was basically symbolic to show that they could do it. And as for what happened this morning, I mean, this is truly reprehensible because of the role played by the United States. For the second time, the United States has used the subterfuge of a peace negotiation to lull a country into a false sense of security. This is what we did before bombing Iran, and now we did the same thing today. But today, the U.S. was involved in murder. These are civilian people who are not combatants. They are under international law immune from being targeted because they're engaged in peace negotiations. I mean, the Israelis with American complicity could no more murder these people than MacArthur could have murdered the Japanese who signed the surrender of Japan with him. I mean, there are just protocols and international rules. At the time when MacArthur signed those protocols, it was a tradition and a protocol. Today, it's international law. So the United States, Donald Trump, Steve Witkoff lulled the Hamas folks into arriving in Qatar, believing that they were going to negotiate with Witkoff and with the Israelis on a proposal that Trump had offered. They were critical of the proposal. They said publicly it looks like the Israelis wrote it, but they were willing to discuss it in a meeting in a residential neighborhood, in a residential building. They were attacked. Now, it's not clear what happened. The Israelis said they killed 37. The Saudis said these people escaped. Who knows what the outcome was? But there's no dispute of American involvement. To make this even more kinky, if you will,
Sure.
10 Israeli jets attacked this neighborhood. Where did they take off from? From the American air base in Qatar. So a plane leaving Qatar attacked Qatar. That's what it appears to be right now. And in the meantime, Trump's Library Foundation is sitting on a $400 million jet that the Qatar government gave him 2 months ago.
Wow. I didn't know that last angle, and I appreciate that insight. Kind of a big question. I know you're probably up against a hard out here in a second. There's a lot of accusations of war crimes being thrown around, a lot of accused violations of international law. I mean, most recently, the vice president being accused by many for supporting this attack on the 11 Venezuelans. They're calling narco terrorists. What good, though, is a law if it can't be enforced? Like, I'm looking at this in the way the world is sort of breaking down into a more multipolar world, breaking from that consensus after World War II. If we don't have the ability to enforce any of these international laws that go back to at least to medieval times,
you're exactly correct. I'm 100% with Senator Rand Paul, as you can imagine, and his dispute with Vice President Vance. Vice President Vance could actually be disbarred. I don't know if he's still a licensed lawyer, disbarred for praising a murder. My column, which you'll have shortly, that comes out tomorrow night, is on this very topic, and I lay out the law and the Constitution. This was an unbridled act of murder and a war crime, and the vice president has no business supporting it. I realize he works for Donald Trump, but he should keep his mouth shut when things are unsupportable. And Senator Paul did not back down. God bless him.
Yeah, and it just seems like internationally and domestically, in terms of so much being unconstitutional, the pretense is dropping. I believe Vice President Vance's response
this is pretty basic. The president can't kill whoever he wants. If he thinks there are bad people out there, arrest them, charge them with a crime, and put them on trial. But he executed people for a crime. Even if they did what he said they did, the death penalty isn't applicable. So this is murder, pure and simple. I have to run, Joey, but thank you very much for having me on and for asking me to address these hot button issues.
Oh, and God bless. And I think you got Scott Horton coming up on Judgment
in a couple of minutes. Yes. Yeah. Who does have some breaking news on what happened in Qatar. I'll find out what it is as soon as you and I sign off.
Appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
All the best, my friend.
Again, folks, the one, the only judge here, Napolitano. Appreciate his time, even when his time is tight. Eddie should be here today. He had to run and do something in Hope Hole, though, which is, in many ways, I'm not going to give him a hard time. Hope Hole is God's country.
You got some good country stores down there, don't they?
I think they do. They got a few classic ones. Byron Sheehy here in the studio with me. I didn't have enough time to dive deep in that with the judge. But you kind of get where I'm coming from. Like, is whether you appeal to the Constitution or you appeal to international law, or I think the best appeal is what I'm seeing from Tucker Carlson on Piers Morgan last night. He didn't appeal to international law. He didn't appeal to the Constitution. He didn't appeal to any laws made by man. He said, this is a sin before God. If you kill innocents, whether you're Hamas or a president or you're Israel, if you kill innocents, knowing you're killing innocents to fulfill a political goal, it's wrong. And it's a sin before the Almighty. And I think my response to that is like, well, my read of modern politics, as well as the history of human politics, is everybody who crosses that threshold gains power, some worse than others, obviously. But everybody, to some degree, who crosses that threshold, holds on to power, becomes a bit devilish, and is everything in life contempts you to sin. But there's something unique about political power, especially vast political power. You could be the king of Liechtenstein, and who really cares? But if you are the leader of one of the most technologically advanced, powerful militaries ever administered on Earth, some of the decisions you're going to be called to make are going to be, well, probably a sin before God. So, but I wonder practically, what are Christians called to then just die and suffer and die in the face of these tyrannies? Just speak out against it and be willing to take the worst? That's what martyrs have done throughout history. Recently, I don't know if you saw the movie they did on Bonhoeffer. It's actually quite good.
I have it.
Based on Eric Metaxas' book on Bonhoeffer. They captured it in the movie quite well. But you can read, I've been reading more and more in particular about the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, like the 1500s with the rise of Luther and Erasmus and the overturning of the church and all that tumult within Christendom. And you can start to see what's cool about reading stuff like that is you can start to see the roots of modern society.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hear the judge talking about international law. That begins kind of around that time. And then you get the extreme. Somebody like Erasmus says, is there anything that's ever really a just war? Is what he starts asking. Of course, these debates will not end. They've been going on for thousands of years, hundreds in our context. But I'm wondering, as the post-World War II, the global consensus, the world order starts to fall apart into a more multipolar world. You saw that with Russia and North Korea and China getting all together and Trump saying, have fun conspiring against us. I think all these appeals to the Constitution, to international law, they're out the window. And we're back to the anarchic law of the jungle, especially in geopolitics. And what I see with Russia, what I see with Israel, and what I constantly see with the United States trying to retrench its power, especially in the Western Hemisphere, is the strong will do what they will.
I think that's kind of been the doctrine since 9/11.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of reset the board, man.
Yep.
And I can't name the last war crime criminal or case that was held.
Yeah, no, I can't. Not since what? I mean, I'd have to look it up.
I mean, maybe
I remembered like the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah, I mean, anything come out of Vietnam?
Anything come out of Korea?
I mean, and we've kind of talked about this in the past. It almost seems that whomever is in charge, you know, there's got to be some sort of jurisdiction or venue that they agree upon. And if we don't acknowledge the East and the East doesn't acknowledge what we say is legitimate, then we're fighting a war on the same playground, but with different rules. And we're expecting the other guys to play by our rules when we sometimes don't even play by them.
But I think what was King Louis XIV, old international law used to be more about the balance of power between kings, princes, and other. And occasionally get a republic, but it's mostly kings and princes. It was that balance of power. And I think King Louis XIV had on his canon, carved into his canon, I don't remember the Latin, but it's essentially the last argument of kings.
Mm-hmm.
War is the last argument of kings of particular interest and peoples. And I think we're heading back more towards that sort of world as opposed to a world dominated by what was once called Christendom that developed these ideas of just war, if not international law, and protecting the innocent, making sure the innocent are not maimed and killed, especially in the midst of war. And a lot of this has gone out the window. And then, of course, I think he can hear the practical arguments of people in the midst of war. It's why you see the Israelis constantly appeal to what the Allies did in World War II. Because, I mean, it was heinous. And I take as if you're, most of the time, somebody who's called a war criminal, if they win the war, nothing will be done to them.
Yeah, they're not a criminal.
Right. Because we won.
Yeah.
We won that last argument of kings, so to speak.
Those are called heroes.
Right.
You know?
And so it's a mess right now. And especially Trump claiming to be the grand peacemaker. I think it's a bit of a mess. But I worry, especially with these economic numbers. Did you see the BLS revised down 2024 job growth to be the last few months of Biden by a little over 900,000 jobs? Like half of the jobs they reported were just non-existent.
How are we supposed to have any sort of plan in place with the courts ruling against the tariffs and the uncertainty there, it seems like every gain that the president's had financially or economically over the past 6 months are now in jeopardy. And,
Right.
and with that uncertainty, is not surprising to me to see the markets just chaotic.
Right.
Or when I say the markets being chaotic, I'm talking about business being uncertain about what the future
Oh,
holds.
of course. And you got to think, what does Trump run on? Bringing the cost of goods down, jobs for American-born citizens.
And if that doesn't happen, then yeah, I mean,
Right. And then I think most people are willing to forgive, oh, you weren't able to stop these wars. I think, honestly, most Americans, especially people that support Trump, hear, what you did to the narco terrorists was a war crime, and they really agree with J.D. Vance. I don't give a what you call it or what you think it is. I'm going to stop these drugs from going into my country. So, and I think that's a very popular position. I think the more tough on crime approach, especially with these stories we reported yesterday, one in Auburn in particular, people are tired of the excuse making.
How much are we supposed to just trust or be able to verify that any sort of operations that's being conducted under the name of narco terrorism or anything like that, is it really being, is it another operation that's just cover for? I mean, I'm kind of still in the camp that we are actually
I think they've made it plain as day.
Well,
they labeled them, the cartel there in Venezuela, a terror group.
Okay.
They designated them a terror group. They've said Maduro is not the legitimate leader. He's the legitimate leader of a cartel, not that country. They very clearly have signaled since the beginning of the administration, yeah, we're treating y'all like terrorists, and that includes we might drone you.
All right. So whenever they hit some people that aren't terrorists, but
Right.
are just, collateral damage, then what?
Well, what happened when we did this in the Middle East?
Well, I mean, is that not going to be an act of war? I mean, a severe act of war?
Well, I think it is war.
Right.
Yeah, using sky robots and fighter jets to blow people up and kill people. Yeah, it sounds like war to me.
All right. So what's the retaliation? I guess that's
what's interesting.
It's not really a war if it's just a fight one way. You got to have somebody engaging back before it's actually a fight.
Well, no, they would say that this is in much of wars become hybrid war.
Mhm.
For instance, Israel's winning the kinetic war on the ground, but they're losing the hybrid war. And this was the plan all along by Hamas, to use their civilian population as their greatest asset and weapon in this hybrid war. I would say the hybrid war, in terms of the cartels and the drug trade, there are a lot of drugs being brought in that are not meant to like the amount of people dying from essentially poisoning. They take a little toot of cocaine, not that I'm suggesting you do that, and it's got fentanyl in it, and you end up dead. And so there's a lot of that, I think, being flooded into the country. It wasn't just, a money-making thing. I think there was very clearly an incentive from the folks really pushing this, especially with the origins and the prerequisites, say, chemicals and the resources that you need in order to produce this stuff. It's being pushed into the United States for a reason, and being pushed through the cartels for a reason. And I don't think it's the end user that's necessarily making the money. I think it's sort of upfront. Hey, go and we'll give you money. We're interested in you bringing down the United States in different ways.
I guess I'm curious about the Venn diagram between the actual government down there and the cartel.
Sure.
That's what I'm kind of curious about. Like when we go to paint our targets, how much are we focusing on the cartel and how much are we focusing on potential government associated with the cartel?
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it's kind of the question of so many of those, like look in Mexico, how many people that were running for office ended up dead? And it's often not like, some innocent person was killed by the cartel. It's like, no, one front man for the cartel was killed for one cartel was killed by the other cartel. Because we don't like that front man for you guys. Like, it's just crazy.
And to your point, I think you were making earlier, when the cartel adopts the Pablo Escobar model and just starts running their cartel as the government, as the candidates.
Right. So I think what's going to happen is folks are jettisoning the appeals to high ideals, and they're going, what practically can work? Trump said the other day, it's not war, it's common sense. But I worry that you're starting to get into the land of euphemism with common sense. Like, how long are we going to do this? One way a lot of people could be shut up is if Trump goes and says, I want a declaration of war, authorization of use of force on these particular groups.
Yeah.
that would be quite a move. Now, they might not do it because the Congress loves this game of supporting all this crap without having to sign their name officially to it. They love that game of not being responsible until the person responsible screws up. Then they can criticize the person responsible, but if they succeed, Congress goes, see, we helped you. We helped you. We enabled you.
But are specific to the Venezuela stuff. If they declare, or if the president, asks Congress to formally declare war, and that was kind of under the paradigm of the larger crime control, efforts that we have right now, I bet you that'd pass. I bet you'd pass the House.
Pass the House, probably.
I bet you'd pass the Senate.
It might.
Going back to the same argument we made about those Homeland or the Middle America senators, you'd have a hard time, or those Democrat senators would have a hard time not supporting that.
All right.
I mean, you're seeing a lot of politicians in Chicago and some of these other places. The former police chief up there, it's like, I don't know why they don't accept the president's help on this.
Right.
So if the chance for help is there and they turn it away, that's on them politically. The blood would literally be on their hands.
Oh, I'll say it doesn't look like the Chinese are slowing down their slow stranglehold of Taiwan and other parts of their, say, near abroad, not to use too much of an Eastern term. Doesn't look like the Russians are slowing down anytime soon, as you just heard from the judge, and you can go read about it and all the over-the-top strikes they've been doing recently. It doesn't look like the Israelis are interested in slowing down anytime soon. And if you look at Trump in the United States of America, as much as Trump in Saudi Arabia rebukes the neocons and the nation builders, it doesn't mean hard power went away.
Right.
And Trump and team seem like we're not going to sit here and execute foreign policy in ways that we used to, where we telegraph everything through the media. And no, we're going to strike hard. We're going to strike fast. We're going to strike when you least expect it. We're not going to get pulled into, long drawn out things, at least try not to. So we'll see. And I think it's going to be more in terms of the politics of this, not these particular issues. It will be the bread and butter kitchen table economy issues that people will really care about in the midterms. But if it's a crap economy and all this other stuff that you promised to stop is still raging around the world, it's not a good story to tell going into the midterms, even if you have redistricted and all these other things.
You know how that's going to go. I mean, you saw the special election in Iowa. I mean, that was a Republican seat, and I think the Dems won it by about 10 points.
Well, and this is a classic thing where the party in power, their voting base gets a little complacent, and the party out of power gets real energized.
Well, that's the thing. Those are great at determining the energy and the participation on the opposition side. And the cookie Dems are all kinds of jazzed up. And like you said, if the financial numbers aren't there and the economy's not there, we may not be as strong or steadfast in our support.
Well, and then you get back to this, and I wrote about this week, read it yesterday. But the example of J.D. Vance responding to, I think it was Brian Krasenstein, one of the online Democrat influencers, pundits out there. And Krasenstein said, well, what this is, we call it a war crime. And J.D. Vance said, what did he say? I don't give a what you call it. And I think there is a weird honesty to this of, look, dude, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you as Vice President of the United States over what is or is not a war crime. Number one, because you don't do it in good faith. And you don't have to sit in this chair and make the decision. Well, not the vice president, but the president has to make. You're not operating in good faith. You're not some international law like activist. You're an operative for the Democratic Party. You're going to use whatever you can to try to bring us down. We're trying a new approach to actually stop these damn cartels. So shut up. I don't give a what you think about this.
I wish you would have just said suing in court.
Yeah. So I think, again, we don't need to forget our principles. We don't need to forget the traditions beyond our laws that actually make us unique in the world. But I think also people are tired of what we talked about yesterday, learned helplessness of you can't do anything because it might be a mistake. So you just got to suffer.
If somebody doesn't do anything, we're not going to have a country too much longer to actually try to hold on to those values.
Yeah. Anyway, this part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services. You tired of those little critters getting inside your home, those cockroaches, those ants? Somebody left the lemonade out. Or, God forbid, as we head into the fall, the spider webs.
Already started, man.
Already started?
Yeah.
And they're not, the spiders themselves are not scary looking. They're real little, but they are prolific with the webbing. So every time you're going out of your house, you get webbed. Every time you go back in that, you get webbed.
Modern marvels.
Right. And you think you killed that one, and then the webs are back. It's got babies now. And like, you need to call the pros there at Pest Pro Services. They can help you with that. They can also, of course, get you on a regular plan for termite inspection and protection, for mosquito protection, treat the yard for fleas, for ticks. They can help you with all of that there at Pest Pro Services. And they're great local folks. So when you spend your money with them, it's staying here in the great local economy. So y'all check them out today. Again, that's Pest Pro Services. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or search for them on, the Book of Faces, is that Facebook? Yeah, it's just Pest Pro Services on Facebook, or call them up at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey, that fellow on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hey guys, this is Todd Clark with River Region Contracting, your premier roofing contractor in Central Alabama. So remember the name, River Region Contracting, for all your roofing needs. We're not affiliated with any other roofing company in the River Region. We've been in the roofing business since 2005. We don't have to buy our leads, and we don't have to knock on doors when the storms come around. We have thousands of satisfied customers throughout Central Alabama. So call us at 334-356-8635. That's 334-356-8635.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show. We like to cut up and have fun, maybe poke a little fun at some politicians. But we don't take ourselves too seriously. One thing we do take seriously is your personal finances and your plans for retirement. You can tell by listening, we're a little different. Yeah, we like to have a good time on the radio, but we're dead serious about your financial future and helping you achieve your goals. At Ernest Financial, we're committed to giving you the attention you need. We don't treat you like a number. You're way more important to us. At Ernest Financial, it's about helping you today and preparing you for tomorrow. People call us who are on the verge of retirement, and they know they need a plan for the future. No matter where you are in life, Ernest Financial will help guide your every step towards retirement. Give us a call and let us show you what our individual customer attention can do for your future.
Concerned about your retirement? Call David Ernest toll-free at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
It's time to butter up with Biscuits Baseball in 2025. Join us at Riverwalk Stadium for all of our Day of the Week promotions, including tacos and tall boys on Tuesdays, Military Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursday, Max Fireworks Saturdays, and Lil Crumbs and Bark in the Park on Sundays. For tickets and more information, visit biscuitsbaseball.com or call us at the box office at 323-BALL. Butter up!
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
Trying to find a needle in a haystack? Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Hi, everybody. We are enjoying a very nice series of days with tolerable humidity and pleasantly cool nights. Today, abundant sunshine, very comfortable, high temperature up to about 86, mostly clear, nice tonight. With an overnight low temperature down to about 64, more sunshine Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up to around, let's say 91 tomorrow, 93 on Friday, near 90 over the weekend, 60s at night. We are going to continue to enjoy this. From the National Weather Association Conference in Huntsville, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to the program. And we got a full studio today. Of course, Byron Sheehy's still here. How you doing today, sir?
Right out in Wichita, Joey.
I like hearing that. Eddie Bader is in the studio. How you doing today, Eddie?
Pretty good. Really good day.
And the always lovely Hannah is also in the studio. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Joey.
We owe Hannah a huge congratulations.
Congrats, Hannah.
Congratulations.
Yes. Today, Hannah took and completed her broker test and passed it.
Oh,
yes. Yes. So this will be a, I guess, official announcement that, yes, we are launching our own brokership.
Wow.
Boom.
Yes.
Nice.
We've been working really hard towards this for a while now, and that was the last piece to fall into place.
Very cool.
Yep.
Somebody still doesn't have a shirt.
Because we have to get new shirts. But I got you, brother.
All right.
I'll make sure you get one.
Thank you.
So everybody got a take on the Israelis bombing the Hamas leadership in Doha, Qatar. And I don't know about what the judge said, if it's true or not. It's just a matter of fact.
I missed the judge. What did he say?
Like one report was saying that these jets flew off from an airbase in Qatar.
Really?
Like a U.S. base.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's true or not.
That's true.
But
I think it'd be a little more stink if that was true.
It is bold. It's like, we want y'all to accept the ceasefire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, we'll consider it. And as we're going to meet to consider it, and a lot of Israelis are apparently there, not at the point of the bombing.
Yeah, but close by.
Yeah, for a meeting.
That's a hell of a way to negotiate.
Yeah, and so it's like, well, damn.
It's got a little sense of The Godfather to it.
It does.
Yeah.
Well,
It
and
does.
also part of me is like, I mean, how many war crimes are going to happen in an 80-year religious ethnic conflict over land? I wonder. In 80 years, putting it mildly, it stretches back further.
I just don't understand why we keep attaching crime to the end of war. Like, it seems like it's redundant.
Yeah, once you get into the whole war thing.
Yeah.
But
I
then,
thought all
but
is
then,
fair in love and war.
But then we've gone away from this, like, I declare war. Like, or, Eddie's pissed me off. I declare a duel. I will smack your face off.
Yes, I'm down with the duel.
Yeah, but you don't get that anymore. You don't get the announced duel and meet me in the parking lot.
No, unfortunately,
you get the
nowadays-
drive-by shooting.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get a chance to defend yourself.
Right, and so same thing in geopolitics. You don't get the declarations; you just get the drive-by shooting.
A lot of those folks deserve just the drive-by. The terrorists.
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. War has changed too, to where it's like, is terrorism a crime or war?
Oh, potato.
It could be an act of war.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's
say it was
Could
an
be.
internal terrorist threat, like here in the U.S. That could be an act of war.
Right. But then at what point, like you drove a truck over 5 people, is that an act of war?
That's just a jackass. But I think we should treat him like a war criminal and put him in public.
But you get my point that it's gotten weird to where it's like not like the Civil War is on. Like we're lining up in the fields, like we're ready to get like, and then it's very different than World War I, World War II, and Korea, and Vietnam even.
Well, that being said, though, there's a million wars going on right now. You hear that from everything from the war on white people to the war on discrimination. I remember at Hyundai, the war on dirt. I mean, it was
The war on dirt.
Yeah, well, we were a paint shop, so you're trying to keep it clean. But what I'm saying is, after a while, it loses. It's the kid that cried wolf so much.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, I think we're just heading into a rough and tumble world. More so than maybe our grandparents once experienced. Or it could be we're just cushy and soft.
Yeah,
and we
that's it
have
right
it
there.
too good. And we're like, oh no, anybody dying. Whereas folks in the olden days be like, yeah, it's a Tuesday.
That's right.
Call me crazy, but sometimes all our enemies just aren't going to be in uniform, so they may have the appearance of civilian light.
That's true.
So,
yeah. So, I mean, there's plenty to get into today. In particular, though, I'm looking at a report. I'm sure you saw on Friday, Eddie, that a Hyundai facility in, I guess, Georgia was raided. 300 people and a bunch of like Hyundai employees, like South Koreans, were told they got out of the country pretty daggone quick.
I don't know if they really got out of the country. I think they went to a little holding facility for a day or two. But yeah,
Well, some apparently were brought back to Korea.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. We built Hyundai here. That was going on here. It just didn't matter at the time.
Well, Tom Homan, is now vowing future raids like the one at the Hyundai plant, warns companies against illegal hiring. Now, that's a threat to every company that does this practice, but
they do it at shoulder's length, though, Joey, where I hire Joey. Joey does all my hiring. We don't even have an HR service. That's on Joey.
That was a
We're going to
subcontractor.
fire Joey, and we're going to go with Mark today.
It was a subcontractor issue.
Yeah,
I
they
don't control that.
Well, what's even worse is, after you get slapped on the hand and you have to close that LLC, you go open another LLC, same
Yes.
person, and doors
That's
open
what
again.
you do. I mean, I hate it, but I see it all the time, man.
But could it be that?
I
I
would
mean, if
almost-
you got the Hyundai plant in Georgia, we got another Hyundai
I was going to
facility.
say, I
here in
would bet
Alabama.
a $10 bill that you could go out to Hyundai right now and find a busload.
A $10 bill.
Mhm.
Oh, you sure about that? That's that's quite a stake right
There's-
there.
And that's just in Koreans. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm just in Koreans.
I don't know if you'd find them this week, because word on the street is last week there were some heavy ice agents rolling around South Montgomery.
Well, you got to remember something about Hyundai. They're in a free trade zone.
Yeah.
Foreign trade zone. They got a fence around that. You're not coming in until they honestly say that you're coming in. And those who go, no, we have the rules, we have the rights. I've been on the other side of the gate where we've told them we're closed today.
Did you tell that to Tom Homan?
No, but I'm the guy that wishes they would, because not just Hyundai, and I've got nothing against Hyundai, but foreign companies need to know when they are in America, they operate under American rules.
Right.
They don't know that. They
Fair
don't
enough.
know that.
Because they pay off all the local
Yep.
governments. Yeah, and the locals are desperate for the jobs.
Yep. They pay you just
Economic
enough.
base.
I mean, it's just life.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Trump administration doesn't give a damn. We don't give a crap about what you call it, war crimes, whatever. Oh, we're a foreign company. We don't care. You're in America now. Like, I think Tom Homan is sending a very clear signal to some of these massive manufacturers. Okay, guys.
All right. But here's the other situation. What do they do when they go to chicken plants? And you start messing with the
chicken supply.
Yeah.
And prices keep going up.
And beef plants.
Oh, beef prices are still through the roof.
Yeah.
And this
I mean,
is what I mean. It's like, it's one thing to get into these interesting, like, legal moral arguments, like how far should you go to defend whatever cause in whatever situation.
Yeah.
But I think it's more folks practically like want the cost of things to come down, want to be able to actually like save and own a piece of property, not have to rent their
Right.
whole lives. They'd like to have school and childcare and these other aspects that are affordable, that don't break the bank. And in fact, we probably need to be having more kids, but folks go, it's cost prohibitive.
It's very cost prohibitive. If in your situation, if you and got married and had a wife and y'all have one kid, well, you can maybe take care of one kid, but somebody's got to leave their job, or you got to have grandparents set up, or you got to have a baby. Now we got 2 kids. Well, I couldn't afford daycare with one, but now I got twice the price. Definitely somebody's got to quit working, or somebody's got to get a 3rd job.
Yeah, Tom Homan was asked by the execrable Jake Tapper, if the Trump administration was going to pursue similar raids to this Hyundai raid, and he said, short answer is yes. We're going to do more worksite enforcement operations because, number one, it's a crime to enter this country illegally. Number 2, it's a crime to knowingly hire an illegal alien. And these companies that hire illegal aliens, they undercut the competition that's paying U.S. citizen salaries.
That's the part that's BS. Though, like you said earlier, the companies at the end aren't going to be held responsible.
They're not held. Yeah, they're not.
Unless it's the court of public opinion and their stock drops a little bit. It's going to be
you could add new liability things saying that if a subcontractor is hiring illegal labor and you allow that, that's on you too.
Let them try to go past that.
It's funny you say that. Every other supplier, say Hyundai or any other manufacturer, you go to that supplier's place. You look at his business. You see how they do work to make sure the product they're making is up to the same code as the product you're making.
Right.
So why would you see, if you saw a room full of people that were obviously illegal, why would you not say, hey, that's a quality issue? Because they can't even read English properly, or they don't have the know-how to even put this part together correctly. Now you're affecting my product, but they don't. It's a good old boy network, man.
What was the policy proposal, or was it Real ID that they tried to put the onus on the business owners to get them checked out?
E-Verify.
E-Verify.
Yeah. Real ID is for everybody.
How long did that fight take?
E-Verify, because it was easy to get around.
But how long did they have that fight?
Yeah, I just got a fake number for Jose off Betty, who died in the 1800s, and somehow she's in the Social Security system.
Exactly right.
And Jose, we passed through. He's verified.
He's verified. He's legal.
My point is the business community fought against it.
Oh, sure. Oh, absolutely.
Who do you think won that?
The business community.
Business community will always win.
So I'm looking at all this, and it's like, I guess Caroline Levitt, what's the Trump White House talking about today? They're still talking about the crime crackdown.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very popular issue for them.
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one at all.
Nope.
But again, where's the economic returns here? And when you got Scott Bessent threatening to punch everybody in the effing face, and I use that harsh letter to quote Bessent, like he's just ready to throw down at any, like, he's no weeping willow. This guy's a proud and out lion.
When's the last time he got punched in the face? A lot of those people that threaten to punch in the face, it just takes one to them and they're done.
I don't often say stuff like this, but I mean it. I'm not making a joke.
Oh boy.
Don't mess with certain Southern gays.
Yeah.
Like Bessent's age.
You think he
knows how to fight.
I don't know.
He might be old now.
He sure got a pretty face.
Yeah, but it wasn't just Stonewall where you had to protect yourself. Especially in South Carolina. Yeah, so you look at, though, Trump really seems like he's listened to Bessent on this stuff. And Bessent took the more moderate approach, like reasonable, prudent approach. And we got to give it probably 6-8 months to see how well it works. But dadgum, right now it's a little rocky. And when you see how bad the situation was heading in, again, the Bureau of Labor Statistics just put out that half of the jobs the Biden administration reported in 2024 didn't exist.
Didn't even exist.
They adjusted down the jobs number for 2024 to by 911,000 jobs. Yeah.
Right.
Crazy. So it's like, okay, you've got that already leading in. Now we're going to try to reset the entire global trade order while you're also deporting hundreds of thousands of people, if you can get to that, if not millions.
But I think the deportation of all these people, I don't think it's something you'll see overnight, but we're in a housing crisis right now.
Sure.
Right? Where are all these people living? I mean, they're living somewhere. So if I've got several million people here illegally, and I've got other people that here are legal can't buy a house because they've been priced out of the market, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I don't think these people are buying. These people are probably renters,
You'd
man.
be surprised. Cash talks.
Cash does.
How do you
talk.
buy a house with cash if you're a legal alien?
Okay, so I've shown houses.
Tell them, honey.
They will call you, and then they'll be like, "Okay, 25,000," and they'll have cash right there,
Right
ready to
there
go.
on the spot.
like right there.
Yeah, but I'd imagine that amount of money to do a
You
transaction.
get the attorney, and they just go ahead and write everything out.
It's just, at the end of the day, it's a sale between
Yeah.
two people.
I thought there was a lot more paperwork to this stuff. So why don't people buy more people buy in cash?
Well, do you want to put all that cash that you got or anybody else has into one asset?
Well,
Most
yeah.
people pay taxes and don't
Right.
have it.
So
squared
it
away.
happens all the time with the cash market.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that. Then you see the other side of that where it'll be someone that's retired. They want their forever home and they've got cash for that. But there's a lot of cash. I mean, I had a guy from California write me a check and get mad because I couldn't take it right then that day.
Yep.
And this, I just want to give away the punchline. I don't think the Trump administration, as much as they're hailed coming in and as much as we're cheering on that victory in 2024, they did not go big enough, bold enough, fast enough. Because whatever you do, whatever direction you go in, this Leviathan state is such a hot mess dumpster fire that if you change anything, it's going to suck. Any choice you make, it's going to suck. So if any choice you make is going to suck and get criticized. And no, the amount of just spin-off effects from just what y'all described here. Like, how is it going to affect major manufacturers? How is it going to affect all sorts of people that are in the gray legal area or in a black market situation? Then how's it going to affect a lot of other spin-off effects?
Yeah. But what do you do from a just an everyday Joe point of view?
I would have.
What do you do?
Because anything you do is going to suck and be
So you
criticized.
just do it all.
Do it big and bold, dadgummit.
But
Do it
now-
all at once. What, you pull off the Band-Aid slowly, go, ooh, ow, ooh, my hair, ow.
Yes, that's
ooh,
generally
no,
how it's
ow,
But-
no,
but
no,
Joey-
ow, 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 no, pull it off.
Joey, even if he does that, or he has been doing that, there's still the legal challenges. I mean, this Supreme Court's going to come down as one of the most influential in
I
a
agree.
long, long time, man.
And that's why, by the way, there's a big media war between federal judges
Yeah.
now. Pretty crazy
Mhm.
stuff.
Yep.
Didn't have time with Judge Knapp today, but he kind of predicted that last week that this is getting
Well, he did
spicy.
say they've got to give reasoning. They can't just say this is what we're doing, and
Yeah,
they're
but
still doing that.
This is what I mean, though. Like, on every front, changes are needed. And at any change you make, whatever direction,
Yeah.
say a socialist one, you want to go socialist, you want to go whatever you want to go, it's going to suck. So do it big, do it bold, suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah, but if you do it too big and too bold, you'll lose the confidence of the American people.
Well, screw them.
Let's right now say
That's what I want to hear. I want to see a president go, I'm doing it big and bold, and screw you people.
but
if
they
you want
do
to kick
that.
me out the next 4
they do
years,
that. They just
go
don't
ahead.
tell you. They do screw the people.
No,
It
that's
is
what
a
I
big screw
want them to
job.
say it honestly. You, the American
There's no
people,
one that honest.
suck. You're fickle. You don't know what you want. We
none of
tell
that.
you, what you want because we propagandize you all the live long day.
Right.
Why do you think you see all those storylines in NCIS? Just for the drama, or maybe are we trying to
Good
pump up a
writers.
certain angle?
It's
Are
good
we trying to
writing.
do pre-programming? Why do we run all these stupid ads during election time and put the punch or push card into your mailbox or meet you at the door with all the talking
Keeps the
points?
economy going.
Now, why do we do all this stuff? It's because you people can't think. You suck. And in fact, no matter who you elect, especially on foreign policy, we win, you lose.
Every
We do
time.
what you want. If you want to actually control power in this country, don't vote. Get people to vote for you. And in fact, if you want to control even more, don't even run for office. Just become
have a big
so
pocketbook.
vital to the national interest that it doesn't matter whether or not you're elected.
Elon Musk.
Too big to fail.
Yeah, exactly. Whether in banks or Mr.
Mhm.
Musk or
Podcast.
Podcast Willie.
No, I think a lot of people doing podcasts, including us doing this stream right now, we need to all go to jail. Like, just, and we'll start doing podcasts from jail.
As someone that's been to jail, especially here locally, I don't suggest that.
No, it
It's-
would be podcast jail.
I give it 0 stars.
It would be podcast jail. It would be like the original Twitter headquarters.
Oh, okay.
You're going to
Yeah.
get podcast on the runs. What you going to get?
Podcasts on the run?
Yeah,
Like out of the Bago?
like down in Ecuador.
Oh, all right. Well, you better believe I'm obeying their laws.
Yeah, might be a good idea.
Anyway, we got to hit this break. But this part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dylan Rings. Great to have Leslie back.
Isn't it, man?
Really cool
Isn't
to
it?
see.
She's back on Facebook. She's commenting on some stuff too. It's just great to see.
It's really, really awesome to see. Thank you all for all the prayers and keep them coming. But they're at Dylan Rings. They are ready to go to help you out with any and all of your jewelry needs. And I believe it's September, right?
Yep.
And the birthstone for September is sapphire. Sapphire. Which
Nice
is...
way to say it.
I think so.
It's a nice way to say it.
I think
Yeah,
so.
well, I'm starting to think that's like somebody's dancing name. Sapphire.
Maybe somebody from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
But sapphires are the birthstones for September. So since they are,
right,
at Dylan Rings, they're going to have a secret sale. Only those in the know will know that until the end of September, all in-stock sapphire jewelry will be 10 to 30% off. There will be more 30% off than 10% off. So get in and get your favorite sapphire before someone else does. But it's a secret sale.
Don't tell nobody, but tell everybody.
I mean, tell the people that you care about.
Right.
The people that you know. Like, say somebody born in September. It's like, hey, sapphire is the sapphire. Y'all check out Dylan Rings today. It's 119 Brown Springs Road. The password is sapphire. Secret sale. I want 30% off on that sapphire ring. That'd be nice. Sapphire. Again, that's 119 Brown Springs Road. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie that Joey, Eddie, Hannah, and Byron, all those people on the radio sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Big news! Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital has a new name. But don't worry, everything you love is still the same. Now they're Pike Road Animal Hospital, still at 5148 Troy Highway. Still the same great team you've trusted for years. Same friendly faces, same expert care, just a new name, and still offering boarding, grooming, and doggy daycare. Pike Road Animal Hospital, formerly Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital. New name, same heart. Compassion you know, care that you trust.
Hi, I'm Paul Doe. Me and my wife Jessica own the Seafood Bistro over here in Perry Hill and Carmichael. We've been advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting for going on 3 years now. It has been a great turnout. It's been a pleasure partnering with a local company like Blue Water. And if you have your own business, I suggest teaming up with a partner like Blue Water Broadcasting. It's a local company that helps local businesses.
Blue Water Broadcasting is the #1 most listened to radio group in the River region. Find out how to put this reach to work for your business. Call us to find out how we can help. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Just to change the tone a little bit and also kind of back up what I was just ranting about there. Some folks are just so dumb and they get so addicted to politics. They do really dumb things.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can imagine you like stealing people's signs in the middle of the night. Dumb. Real dumb. Especially some of them that got like a shotgun and an attack dog ready to go.
But if I'm the guy making the signs and you're going to come back and buy some more from me, steal them signs.
Okay, yeah. See, we're learning all sorts of things about the gray and black
Maybe
market
it's
today.
that guy stealing the signs.
Right. But like, that's a dumb thing people do.
They do.
There's also like, for some reason, like real dumb thing in politics. It's always the fellas, some ladies too, because more and more women are in politics. But it's mostly the fellas who can't keep it in their pants, can't keep their pants on. They're always just like, well, I'm just so charming that the ladies love me. And it's just like, there I am. And like, she's doing that thing with that. And they're like, yeah, it's great. They're always the ones that run for office.
What's she doing now?
She's doing that with that.
Okay.
And it's like, and it's great. And it's like, why are these always the ones running for office that got all the skeletons in their closet, got all the baggage?
Joey,
Those are the fun people.
they can't say no to that. okay?
Right.
That's it too. They can't say no.
If you were in that position,
No, I would probably, if I knew I was running for office, yeah, I'd say no.
Well, they're just so great. I mean, they're pretty much God's gift to the voting district and the constituents.
And also, I will say to gentlemen, if you're able to say no to that stuff, it gives you a certain superpower.
Being a decent person?
No? Doesn't Eddie?
Not arguing with you.
Well, you seem upset me saying
No.
that. Why did you see it? You got all dour.
That shouldn't be a superpower. That's just called being an adult. General Petraeus.
But have we not seen, especially these folks that run for office, stupid things?
Yeah, I agreed.
All stupid things.
Agreed.
This one takes the cake. An Orange County woman, I guess this is California, has been arrested and charged with multiple felonies after prosecutors say she illegally registered her dog to vote and cast ballots in 2 separate California elections. Laura Lee Urex, 62 of Costa Mesa, allegedly registered her dog, Maya Jean Urex, as a voter and submitted mail-in ballots in the dog's name during the 2021 recall election of then Governor Gavin Newsom and the 2022 primary election. According to Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer, the fraudulent ballot cast in 2021 was successfully counted in the recall election, while it was the 2022 primary ballot submitted under the dog's name that was flagged and rejected. She registered her dog twice, and she got away with it the first time because our elections are so stupid. Yep. The second time, they're like, no, we're not letting your dog Maya vote in our stupid elections.
How'd they catch her? Did she bring the dog to do the thing?
That's my question.
Oh, they noticed like the name doesn't add up. Probably didn't match like your other databases.
Did she have a social security number for this? Do you have to have all that or no?
I don't think you need a social security number necessarily.
Date of birth? I mean, did that not show up? As
Yeah, she must have done date of birth. It was probably just the details on his dog collar.
That's what I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, just on the tag.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, maybe that's it. Like somebody at the election office knows the veterinarian. They're like, Maya's a dog, dude.
You take that, Maya?
Dog can't vote.
No.
Yeah, but a Costa Mesa woman, this is from District Attorney Spitzer, a Costa Mesa woman has been charged with 5 felonies for illegally registering her dog to vote and casting ballots in her dog's name in the 2021 California gubernatorial recall election and the 2022 primary elections. The dog's vote was successfully counted in the 21 election, but rejected in the 2022 primary. Laura Lee has been charged with 1 felony count of perjury, 1 felony count of procuring or offering a false or forged document to be filed, 2 felony counts of casting a ballot when not entitled to vote, and 1 felony count of registering a non-existent person to vote. Wow, she faces a maximum sentence of 6 years in state prison if convicted on all counts. So it's not like she's looking at too much time.
Nah, she won't do a day.
Please tell me it was at least like a golden retriever and not a chihuahua.
I picture Yorkie.
Yeah, that's what big small dog for sure.
It's a boxer.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a boxer. Boxers are awesome, by the way.
It's the sinusy. They get real snotty.
Yeah, oh yeah. But they're like people stuck in a dog.
They'll ride the skateboards.
I mean, that was a conservative vote. Boxers are conservative.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a protest vote against his owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we got to hit this top of the hour break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Israel launched a strike targeting Hamas's leadership in the Qatari capital of Doha earlier today. Qatar has served as a key negotiator in efforts to end the conflict in the Gaza Strip. It was not immediately clear if anyone was hurt in the strike. Israeli and White House officials say the U.S. was alerted before the military action. At least 24 people were killed, 19 injured when a Russian glide bomb struck a village in eastern Ukraine. Officials say the people were standing in line in the open air to collect their monthly pension. A Michigan judge has dismissed the criminal cases against 15 people accused of acting falsely as electors for President Trump in the 2020 election. The court said the cases won't go to trial. The 15 had been accused of submitting certificates that falsely said Trump won the election in Michigan, not Joe Biden. This is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-226-5454. That's 800-226-5454. 800-226-5454.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Schimbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Schimbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Hi, everybody. We are enjoying a very nice series of days with tolerable humidity and pleasantly cool nights. Today, abundant sunshine, very comfortable, high temperature up to about 86, mostly clear, nice tonight. With an overnight low temperature down to about 64, more sunshine Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up to around, let's say 91 tomorrow, 93 on Friday, near 90 over the weekend, 60s at night. We are going to continue to enjoy this. From the National Weather Association Conference in Huntsville, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
At CB&S Bank, we've been meeting the needs of our customers since 1906. Need help setting up new business goals? Our line of commercial loans can help you achieve them. Go to cbsbank.com to find a location near you. All loans subject to credit approval, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A Montgomery County man has been arrested on kidnapping and domestic violence charges. The female victim was assaulted and kidnapped from the area of Barnes Road and Merriweather Road Sunday afternoon. 20-year-old Donald Eugene Jackson was later apprehended in Chilton County. The victim was safely rescued about 2 hours later. A public hearing on the city of Montgomery's $353 million budget was held Monday afternoon. A union representative reported the fire department has 50 vacancies and the city will spend $7 million in overtime to cover shifts this year. Montgomery Fire and Rescue is asking for a 10% raise, claiming it will prevent turnover and reduce overtime. Our Montgomery Biscuits are headed to the playoffs for the 10th straight year. The Biscuits clinched their playoff spot in Columbus before heading back to Montgomery for the final week of the season. The Biscuits will host the Biloxi Shuckers on Tuesday, September 16th for Game 1 of the Southern League playoffs at beautiful Riverwalk Stadium. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capitol Oyster Bar. We're located over here on the beautiful Alabama River. If you hadn't ever been here, we're easy to get to. Jump on I-65, take the North Boulevard exit, take the first exit. That's Louisville Street. Hit the bottom of the ramp. Turn right, turn right, turn right. That's 3 times. You're going to pass the RV park, and you'll pull up on the Oyster Bar. We're looking over the river. We got a fryer, a steamer, and a grill. We cook up great food down here. Got a crew puts out some good food. If you like it steamed, we got those oysters Rockefeller. Got shrimp from Argentina. Snow crab from Alaska. So I know there's something in there you're going to love from the steamer. Good old hamburger, a great ribeye steak. Check it all out, CapitolOysterBar.com. You'll see what's going on, how to rent a pontoon boat. Just a driver's license and a credit card. You'll be good. And the upcoming shows. No show this Sunday, but next Sunday, Gracie Curran's in town. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, get down here soon. Don't forget, no show this Sunday. We're going to have a great time with all you. Come on down here and bring your whole family with you. Come on, let's fill those bellies up.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
A superpower ought to be.
Well, our behavior has produced some crappy results. This is how you conduct yourself in a democracy.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader, Hannah Grantley, Byron Sheehy, all in the studio with me today. And there's more on this story of the woman who registered her dog to vote in Orange County, California. How did she get caught? Well, the DA did have the Bureau of Investigation there. They found evidence not only that she registered her dog, but also cast ballots mailed to the fraudulent registration.
Oh.
So her house.
Yeah.
And then, like, investigators also reviewed social media posts in which she appeared to acknowledge the scheme. In January 2022, she posted a photo of her dog, a cute little boxer, wearing a "I voted" sticker while posing with a ballot.
That's what they always do. Oh, like, people can be so dumb.
Dumb.
They
That's what I
post it on
mean.
social
Yes,
media.
just
Just
dumb.
get away with it.
Another post from October 2024 displayed a photograph of Maya's dog tag alongside a vote by mail ballot caption, "Maya is still getting her ballot," despite the fact that the dog had already died.
Oh,
that's crazy. Now the dog's dead and you register it to vote?
Well, nothing happened first time.
And this, of course, brought attention from Harmeet Dillon. She's the Assistant Attorney General in the Trump DOJ for the Civil Rights Division. She had taken recent legal action against Orange County Registrar of Voters Robert Page for declining to provide voter registration records related to non-citizens allegedly being allowed to vote in federal elections. Following the news of these charges, this woman had her dog registered to vote and voted and had it counted in 2021. Dillon commented on the case, saying, quote, "And yet Orange County refused to provide civil rights with voter registration records they are required to produce on demand. We had to sue. What next? Someone's pet llama or support peacock on the rolls? We will find the whole darn menagerie by the time we are done," Dillon said.
Look.
What is support peacock a real thing?
I don't think so. I've seen a few peacocks. They're not really people friendly. They want something to eat, and that's generally it.
Yeah, no, I've never really run into a peacock.
I don't know. You got to change the last word on there. It's got to be a little bit more gender neutral.
Fair enough, right? But yeah,
P-bird.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, I sent Eddie ran into some in the wild driving home that day.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Crazy.
Wow. People bringing in invasive species.
You got him over in what's that neighborhood Greg lives in? On Atlanta Highway.
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead. Got him in Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
There's I think there's a pair because you see them randomly. Like you might see it in the back one day, and all of a sudden the next day you see it 2 neighborhoods over in the front of the Arrowhead. Watch out for the peacocks.
So we got llamas and peacocks and dogs and all sorts of folks voting. Like I said, the stupidity.
See that time you didn't vote? You see what happened? The dog took your vote because you didn't go vote that year.
I don't live in California.
She probably voted for president too, though. Just so you're guilty.
Let's go to line one. Talk to Papa B. Hey, Papa B.
What up, Papa B?
I tell you what, every dog I know is a Democrat, and most of them are racist. Free food, free housing, free health care. You know, and I mean, if you do get them some education, you have to pay for that too. So I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. The fact that they voted Democrat doesn't surprise me one bit.
Right.
But especially boxers, you know, just something about their mugshot I just don't trust.
And what are like cats, like anarchists or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, this the Fred Flintstone-ish look, you know, for some reason or other. That I don't know. kind of lowbrow. But anyway, so, you know, I've just about had it with Judgment Napolitano. I don't mind the guy too much, but I swear, Joey, he has a brain like a bear trap. No matter what Donald Trump does, it's automatically, he's just got an automatic, he's guilty. Guilty. He's guilty of war crimes. He's a murderer. My God, he's just alive. I don't know what all happened in that little thing going on with Hamas and everything, but what is it going to take for, what does Hamas have to do? What more does Hamas have to do before Judgment Napolitano can say with me, I don't care how they get killed?
I don't think he's ever going to say that.
On these suckers. We don't have time.
I don't think he's ever going to say that.
Well, I know it's bad. I don't like war or anything like that either, but dadgummit, well, what else are you going to do? Like I said, the gloves are off. And Hamas, really? How bad do they have to be, Joey? Seriously. You know, I don't think that there's anything else that they could do to prove to me that they just all need to be like dwelling in another universe. They don't belong in this universe with the rest of us. But
and that includes all the people that they use as not just a human shield, like use the whole population.
But what are you going to do?
Right.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
How do you do that? I don't know. But they're the ones who are using them as human shields. You know, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I said it earlier in the show because I'm slightly frustrated too, because it's not just Judge Knapp, it's all sorts of folks on the right in particular. I'll say this. Napolitano is never going to say that. One of his idols is Thomas More. Go watch A Man for All Seasons.
Yeah.
And he said in many a speech that some of you might have to die in the streets to the sound of government horns.
Well, I don't know. I'm a little more than frustrated. I mean, always assigns the worst of motivation to Trump and team, no matter what. And
Sure.
I've kind of lost a little bit of patience with that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but keep in mind, he's called Lincoln a mass murderer or war criminal. He's called Truman a mass murderer or war criminal. He's called George W. Bush, Barack Obama. Like, it's a pretty big club.
Well,
so
at least he's consistent, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, he's
all right, guys. War Eagle.
Appreciate it.
See you, Papa B.
War Eagle. Yeah, he's an actual libertarian, and they tend to piss off everybody.
Yep, even
Libertarian
each
or
other.
Constitutionalist.
I think he is. He's defended the Constitution his whole life, but he's a pretty hardcore libertarian. He can imagine other arrangements, let's say. But, you know, given he has dedicated his life to defending the Constitution, he'd be happy with just getting back to that original understanding of somebody like James Madison.
If we can just get back there.
Right. And that's the problem. And this is why I asked him, what good is international law if you can't enforce it? All this stuff, all these accusations, all this. Like, that's unconstitutional. Hey, they continue to do it over and over and over again. So it kind of seems constitutional to me.
And
in a de facto sense.
Where are the people who keep putting them back?
Yeah. Anyway. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. That's 334-272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health, and they're at Montgomery Men's Health. They're ready to help you fellas out if you just don't feel good. Like, especially if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and you're never in the mood. You're getting fat, losing muscle mass. Like, you're not sleeping well. Your sleep patterns are all screwed up. And the last thing you had going on, like your experience, like your mental clarity and sharpness for all those years of living, that's fading too.
Oof.
And a lot of guys just shrug and go, that's just getting older. I'll keep on trudging. Guys, you're making a mistake because solutions do exist. You can feel like yourself again there at Montgomery Men's Health. Without guesswork, without gimmicks, without a bunch of generic stuff they're throwing at you. No, the urologists and providers there at Montgomery Men's Health will tailor solutions specifically to your body and goals. The consultation, including blood work, is just $99 with results before you leave. In particular, you got to get checked to see if you have low testosterone. They can fix that. In fact, they have treatments there that will make you feel better the very same day. You only got one life, gentlemen. Procrastination is only going to make this worse. Call up Montgomery Men's Health today at 440-3663. That's 440-3663, or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book your appointment today. I'm just trying to see what else is out there that I want to jump into before we. Oh, one you sent me, Eddie.
Which one?
Well, you called these guys a name. These 4 hikers.
Yeah,
namby-pambies.
But this is like the second group.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second group that's done this.
This is the second group. Well, let's read it to the folks so we know.
Okay,
they know what we're talking about here. 4 hikers who admitted to taking psychedelic mushrooms were rescued in New York's Catskill Mountains, which look beautiful from an airplane. Yeah. Really cool
Gorgeous
stuff. After becoming disoriented and straying off the trail, officials said. It's the second such case this year in New York's popular mountain areas. The group called for help around 5 p.m. on August 29th when one member suffered a quote-unquote debilitating high. According to the State Department of Environmental Conservation, 4 strangers in the Pine Hill Fire Department located the group about 6:45 p.m. So what, an hour and a half, a little more later?
Keep going.
Less than 1,000 feet from the marked trail.
Right. But they found him in the fetal position.
What? The 4 men are in their 20s, and one hiker was in the fetal position and unable to communicate.
Had a bad trip, man. But you don't call for the cops and the fire department, you morons.
Yeah, that's only going to make the trip worse. One hiker was hallucinating about a bridge that did not exist. Forest Ranger Russell Martin told Fox News Digital. Psychedelic mushrooms, also known as magic mushrooms, contain psilocybin.
Mm-hmm.
Should I read this in radio voice?
I
Describe
wish
to
you would,
folks?
yes.
Okay.
So everyone knows.
Yeah, let me start over that sentence. Psychedelic mushrooms, also known as magic mushrooms, contain psilocybin. If you know what that is, call 272-9228 with the phrase that pays. A hallucinogen that alters brain chemistry and can trigger vivid hallucinations. Wait, a hallucinogen that can create vivid hallucinations? Yes. Wow. A warped sense of time and rapid mood swings. They're illegal. These mushrooms are illegal in New York. This was treacherous, steep Catskill terrain, and when people intentionally get high like this, it reduces their ability to make good decisions, said Forest Ranger Russell Martin. So, Russell, what do you do for a living?
Forest Ranger.
Yeah, it's a good title. Yeah. So you hang out outside?
A lot.
Yeah, it's good. Not a bad job. He goes on to say mushrooms are legal, but whether you're using marijuana or alcohol, it's a good idea to make sure you're with at least one responsible person who is not partaking. Actually, that's a good.
That's not a bad idea.
Sounds like this Forest Ranger Russell's done mushrooms before.
Did he close with it? All right.
You need a guide. I mean, let's be honest. You need a guide.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. The men were hiking in the giant ledge area of the Slide Mountain Wilderness, about 80 miles southwest of Albany, and one of the Catskills' most popular trail destinations, offering sweeping views of Panther and Slide Mountains from a series of sheer rock outcrops. The ledges rise to about 3,200 feet, with hikers climbing roughly 1,200 feet from the trailhead to reach the overlook. The men had strayed about 1,000 feet off the trail. Once they were located by rangers and firefighters, they guided the group back to the trailhead where they were evaluated. Officials said none of the men required hospitalization. Yeah, because you don't really need it. And rangers later drove them back to the rental lodge. Somewhere along the way, the hikers also lost their car keys, officials said. The following day, one of the rangers hiked back up and found a sling bag with the keys under a log and tall ferns. Sounds like
hide them from everything.
You got to hide them. Yeah, that's exactly what he was thinking.
You know it.
Has anyone seen my keys?
In May, 2 hikers in the Adirondack Mountains in the northeast part of New York State near Lake Placid called authorities to report that a member of their hiking party had died.
Ooh.
It turned out that they had taken hallucinogenic mushrooms and were mistaken.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
Sorry, he was just taking a nap.
Yeah.
We didn't, well, actually, he was asleep. We didn't realize it was 2 a.m. Anyway, wow. The hiker who was believed to be dead called and was not injured. A ranger escorted the 2 hikers down to an ambulance, which took them to a hospital and brought the third to the group's campsite, where they all met up later. The 2 hikers who called 911 also told a steward on the mountain summit that they were lost. The steward determined the hikers were in an altered mental state, according to the Department of Environmental whatever. Yeah, idiots. Dumb.
That's why I don't do drugs, because that would be me. I'm fully aware I would be the one that was.
That's just
tripping.
ridiculous.
It's also, I would say, weak.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like you can go into mushrooms in particular, knowing what's about to happen to you and not lose your mind.
Right.
And you shouldn't drive. You shouldn't probably be hiking around tall precipices.
That was stupid. Hiking.
No,
But like
that's
you're going to
part of
be,
the fun.
that's the interesting part. You're still you in a very different way from like when you black out from alcohol or other drugs. Like you're still you with those psychedelics. Unless you take like an ounce, like I'm going to do the hero's journey twice over.
Yeah.
I wonder how much they took.
Find that moment of clarity.
Those guys probably took not very much a piece, is my guess. And the one guy probably took a little bit more.
He was in the fetal position.
I've been that hammered before, but I didn't call the
Well, and
cops.
it's also like, hey, you got psychological troubles. Like
Yeah,
you got some stuff unresolved there. You probably shouldn't do
don't
this
do
stuff
this.
unless you want to see the
Right.
beast.
You don't do this. That's right.
Right. Unless you want to revisit that moment.
Back in the 80s, when somebody was having a bad trip, you just dropped them off somewhere at a friend's house.
Their moms.
Honestly, you didn't let it bring down the group. You just, hey, we got a problem here. And all right, let's go.
That's so funny. They're only about 1,000 feet away.
Morons. They're from here to the Carmichael's from the,
Well, that's,
the trail.
I mean, that's pretty good distance, though, especially if you're
Dude, they
on
could have been on
psychedelics.
the other side of the universe at that point.
They might as well have been, yeah. They might
Right.
as
Every
well
time
have
they pass a tree, it's like, the threshold effect. Like every time they go into a different scene, they're like, oh my God, man.
One dude's over there talking to the Keebler elves.
That's what you're supposed to
The
do.
moon is swirling and it's fell into my cup and it tastes like sunshine.
All right. None of that requires you calling law enforcement.
Right.
Just write it out.
Man, that Jimi Hendrix Axis Bold as Love, it's flying at me in plaid off the turntable.
I got a feeling they were from your generation.
No, these are younger.
Younger? Early 20s?
Early 20s.
Did it say
I get to say that
Ooh,
now.
wow.
These are young men.
That means they're just getting weaker.
Yeah, maybe.
Did it say they purchased these?
No, I didn't say anything
Somebody
about
brought
that.
them from home.
They said it was a debilitating high. Okay.
Does anybody else want to try to experience that?
Yeah.
Me?
I'll supervise y'all.
Yeah, that's what some people are paying for.
He got his money's worth. What's the problem?
He's debilitated, all right. Good story, Eddie. Good find. 272-9228. Let's check in on Alabama news. People aren't eating up my op-ed. I kind of am not surprised by that. It's a little too cute by half. Alabama Tourism Department funded Central Alabama LGBTQ plus Pride in 2024 and 2025. And it was RuPaul's Safira Cristal. And I'm looking at one of the drag queens here.
Okay.
Safira Cristal. Like I'll just hold it up here so everybody
good
can kind
Lord.
of see it. That's Safira Cristal.
Where was this held?
It's Steve.
Central Alabama somewhere. Let me read the story. The Alabama Tourism Department spent $7,800. What? That's like one in tax return?
Dude, that'd be a hell of a weekend for us down at the beach. They could have
No, that's
invested in.
true. But
Or
spent
the Catskills.
$7,800 in taxpayer dollars to fund Central Alabama Pride events in 2024 and 2025. So that's over 2 years. According to the Alabama Department of Finance, the Alabama Tourism Department spent $2,600 on Central Alabama Pride in 2024 and then spent $5,200 on LGBTQ plus event in 2025. Central Alabama Pride Week 2025 in June featured a Pride drag brunch, a Pride parade, and appearances from RuPaul's Drag Race stars.
Never even heard of this.
Eddie, where have you been?
Apparently not there.
You don't watch Bravo?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
You never watch any
Not
of
that
that?
I know of.
Any of that lifestyle stuff?
Well, I
being
watch
in
some of the 90 Day Fiance. I catch that
Okay.
sometimes.
Being in the business, you ever watch some HGTV?
I do. I cuss at it sometimes. I have to turn it off.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm.
It's all fake.
It's all fake.
It is
I've
fake.
been on one of those shows. Our houses were featured on one of those. I know how fake all that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Was Bob Vila fake?
No, Bob Vila's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is before your time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all in the report. I'm not seeing anything in terms of that's not that much money. I'd like it.
Well, the Department of Tourism, what's their job is to bring people in, whether I like that or not. They did their job. So.
Well, I mean, okay, so when a mayor has a brunch or something down at a restaurant, South Alabama, everybody goes nuts, but the executive okays something like this here in our state, and we're cool with it.
Not really like cool with it. I wouldn't spend the money on this, but I'm also not shocked by $7,800.
I'm just more shocked
over 2 years.
I'm more shocked that it got cleared.
Well, there's a lot of folks that work, let's say, within the bureaucracy of this state that really don't share all the same conservative opinions as most of the voters.
I bet you the top of tourism might be one of those people.
Maybe. I think this is why they're reporting this there at 1819 News. I suspect there are a lot of folks who didn't even know about it because it's such a small dollar figure.
Good reported.
Yeah. April Marie did this one?
Fogle?
No. Caleb Taylor. Excuse me.
Good guy.
Caleb is a good dude.
Caleb's a good reporter, man.
Yeah, he is. Good fella, too. Just solid guy.
I've been catching up with Erica on the TikTok. She's got a pretty good TikTok channel.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of her dogs,
A lot of her dog, a lot of her, and some good advice.
Good advice?
Yeah, just life advice.
Life advice?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like
Remember any?
Women of certain ages that will give out pretty solid advice, like don't let the little things get you down, that kind of thing.
Women of certain ages will tell you good advice, like don't let the little things get you down.
Yeah.
That Hallmark moment brought to you by Eddie.
Okay, I'll tell you what it said. It said, don't get mad if people make fun of your butt. But I didn't want to put that out there, but that's what her thing said. So just let that stuff go.
Wait, don't get mad if people make fun of your butt. Now we're talking here. This is some good advice.
Did you feel this?
I did a little bit.
Wait, people make fun of your butt?
No, the lack of, mainly. But,
yeah, no, but you still got a butt, thank God.
There's one there, but it's kind of got a bored effect going on.
Yeah, I got that disease.
Yeah.
White man's disease.
Could be worse. Could be the frog effect.
Yeah, no, when I was a teenager, my dad wrote me a prescription for having no acinol.
Do you any good?
Right. Yeah, well, it had side effects. But I've been doing those.
Yeah, you do those squats.
Those squats.
You're getting a pretty healthy dude
those
over
Bulgarian split squats and those straight leg deadlifts.
There's a fix to this. We've been over this.
Yes, I'm not having the surgery, and I'm not.
Yeah, Eddie, if you get on
the diaper,
you could do it right now on the ground without any weight. Just get those hip thrusts going.
I'm good.
Joey, I've been trying to tell him, just get a butt pad. They got the ones that you pull up. No one will ever know.
Joey is the one who made fun of me when I think I wore Spanx one day, and he called me out on the radio. I looked really good on that day.
Made fun of you if I'd been there.
I haven't worn the Spanx shirt since then.
No, it's good to wear the compression shirt. Keeps your abs and your core.
Not when someone over the radio calls you out on it.
So she was giving advice about people making fun of your butt, and it's like, don't let the little things bother you.
Don't let the little things bother you.
And this is what resonated with
Yes, it is. Out of all her things, that is the one that, yes, maybe I was having a moment and I really needed that.
Fragile ego.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of that too.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. Man of a certain age, you'll see. It happens.
That just seems like a really weird thing for a 50-something-year-old guy to worry about. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, this is Joel. It's also known as a claw hammer.
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
you got Joel.
I said a claw hammer is what they tell me I got.
A claw hammer?
Claw hammer.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard that.
You know what a claw hammer is?
Yes, sir. But I don't know what that is in a butt.
Well, it means you ain't got no butt at all.
Okay. All right. That does make perfect sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way it is. No butt at all.
No butt at all.
Maybe that's why that guy on those magic mushrooms was in the fetal position. People had made fun of his lack of a butt for years.
Finally caught up with him.
Right.
Y'all
Yeah, now you got the trees mocking you. Like, where's your butt, man? Like, we're trees, but we can see even that's.
You ever had the trees talk to you, Joey?
No. I never had the trees talk to me. Never had any beings talk to me, anything like that.
You should listen to the trees once in a while.
Weren't you an elf?
No. The wind blows through the trees. Blows changes. Like this weekend, you didn't notice the wind of fall that blew through this
Actually,
weekend?
I did. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Right.
I've noticed it these last 2 days, too.
Right.
It's lighter outside. You don't have that heavy blanket over you.
So
listen to the wind.
Have 15 mile per hour breeze today.
Yeah, it was nice this morning.
See, you listen to the wind.
Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's us?
Hey, this is Sammy.
Hey, Sammy.
Let me tell you about that 15-mile-an-hour breeze. The corn combine that was gathering the corn over here in front of the house in our field, it caught fire.
Oh.
And some wire got up in it, which is amazing because it's out in the middle of the field. It's not supposed to. Anyways, but with the breeze, it's lucky we didn't lose the field. The fire jumped and got in the corn, dry. But I got to say, hats off to the locals. We had several trucks, water and foam, man. They got it out.
Good
got
deal.
The combine out. But I did want to get this in. Congratulations, Mr. Bader and Miss Hannah.
Well, thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck. Best of luck. Good things should happen to good people.
Thank you, brother.
And one last thing, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
While I was outside running, checking all this out, my lunchtime fire today, I heard you mention something about psychedelic mushrooms.
Yeah, we just were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, here's this one little thing about them. Remember, they're still, even though they have the psilocybin in them, they're still classified as an amphetamine. They're a mild amphetamine. You can, if you ingest a handful of those mushrooms, you will be awake. They're gonna perk you up, and you'll be awake. They believe that's PBS. They theorized years ago when they found mushrooms on that caveman that was buried in the glacier.
Mm-hmm.
They figured that was something that he was augmenting with. He was using to help keep himself warm, keep his system wound up and crazy. So I'm just throwing that out there. If you take psychedelic mushrooms every day, the effect will quickly go away because.
Oh yeah, if you do it every day, absolutely.
Yeah, because you get used to the amphetamine effect and it washes out. That's my 2 bits. All that's just secondhand knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's what I wanted. Just join the show.
All right.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate the good words.
Yeah, we got the fire out, so we're all good.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
We got to hit this break. First, this part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson, the Goodson Group. And there at the Goodson Group, Bo and his team are ready to help you whether you're looking to buy or sell property here in the River Region real estate market. And not only can they help you with buying and selling property here in the River Region real estate market, they can help you manage that property if you're looking to rent out your home. Great idea in this market. And then the crown jewel there is the Bo Goodson Real Estate School, one of the most highly acclaimed and accredited real estate programs in the state. And I think the proof of that is all the folks that have graduated from Bo's school over the years, gone on as licensed real estate agents or as more knowledgeable private players in this market and elsewhere. Really, that is the secret of the Goodson Group, that great school there. Check them out. You can learn more at thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. So far this year, over 2,600 homes have sold and closed in the River Region. 55% of these homes sold in 60 days or less, and sellers are receiving close to 98% of listed price. Over the last year, average prices in the River Region have increased over 10% from last year. We do have more inventory now to show buyers before they purchase. There are homes in all price ranges available for buyers interested in moving. As a seller, it's a great time to sell through a realtor and gain access to many buyers, not just one or two. If you are a buyer, having more homes to pick from give you better choices before you buy. Our market is now more balanced between a buyer and seller market than we've seen since 2019. Get the facts, see the inventory, get a great local lender to help you, and an agent that's going to look after your interests. For all the facts, call Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group, 221-2883 or 551-0225.
This is David Ernest from the Health and Wealth Show. We like to cut up and have fun, maybe poke a little fun at some politicians, but we don't take ourselves too seriously. One thing we do take seriously is your personal finances and your plans for retirement. You can tell by listening, we're a little different. Yeah, we like to have a good time on the radio, but we're dead serious about your financial future and helping you achieve your goals. At Ernest Financial, we're committed to giving you the attention you need. We don't treat you like a number. You're way more important to us. At Ernest Financial, it's about helping you today and preparing you for tomorrow. People call us who are on the verge of retirement, and they know they need a plan for the future. No matter where you are in life, Ernest Financial will help guide your every step towards retirement. Give us a call and let us show you what our individual customer attention can do for your future.
Concerned about your retirement? Call David Ernest toll-free at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender. Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Let's face it, what our customers say about our business is the most important advertising tool. Here at Adams Drugs, we love our customers. We are here with Al and Amy Steinecker, Adams Drugs customers. Amy, please tell us how easy it was to transfer your prescriptions to Adams Drugs from the big box store.
It was one of the easiest things I've ever done. I went into the pharmacy on Bond Road and spoke with the pharmacist and told him we had not been happy where we'd been and would love to transfer our prescriptions. And he said, I'll be happy to call them. And that was that. And now when I call, I just say I need to have a prescription filled. And it's just that simple.
Al, what has your customer service been like at Adams Drugs?
It's amazing. You walk in, you're not standing in a line. They speak to you, call you by name, and say, what do you need today, Al or Mr. Steinecker? It's wonderful. It doesn't get any better.
Please come into any Adams Drugs location and let us earn your business. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for the location nearest you. Adams Drugs is your independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/radio and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/radio. openphone.com/RADIO.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. Alabama Wholesale Lumber, the best quality building materials in the river region for decades. From common builds to special orders and local delivery. Call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Hi, everybody. We are enjoying a very nice series of days with tolerable humidity and pleasantly cool nights. Today, abundant sunshine, very comfortable, high temperature up to about 86, mostly clear, nice tonight. With an overnight low temperature down to about 64, more sunshine Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up to around, let's say 91 tomorrow, 93 on Friday, near 90 over the weekend, 60s at night. We are going to continue to enjoy this. From the National Weather Association Conference in Huntsville, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark, and This part of the program brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing, and they're at Cole Plumbing. They're ready to help you with any and all of your plumbing needs. Could be you got simple problems like a drippy faucet or a toilet that won't stop running. They're not big issues, but they're annoying issues. And if you can't fix them yourself, Cole Plumbing can help you out. But of course, if you have a major leak, like a major water leak inside or outside your home, or something, God forbid, like a gas line leak, they can help you with those big jobs and do it with precision and expertise. So it's not going to create a big old mess, like tear out a bunch of drywall inside your home or a big old hole or trench trying to find the leak outside in your yard. They, again, do that with precision, expertise, and get the job done well and swiftly. Check them out today. You can always learn more and even make an appointment online at coldplumbing.com, or go ahead and save their number if you're looking for a trusted plumbing company that can meet all your needs. That's 279-8919, 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole. So both Eddie and Byron left the studio. Hi, Hannah. How are you?
Hi, Joe. It's just me and you now.
I know. This is it should be a good dynamic. Even though you keep asking me to do things I tell you no about.
You're going to be my best friend one way or another. It's going to happen.
There you go. Now, a new breakthrough in the blood industry. You know much about blood? But it's blood like the biotech industry.
Oh, then yeah, we're good. Let's go.
So this is an Israeli biotech startup developing technology it says could revolutionize the global blood supply by producing universal red blood cells from stem cells on an industrial scale.
That's kind of impressive.
Red Sea Biotech is working to cultivate red blood cells in large bioreactors, potentially generating hundreds of transfusion-ready units at a time. The company's goal is to provide a reliable and cost-effective supply of blood to hospitals worldwide, bypassing the limits of human donation. Oh, and you better test that like crazy.
I feel like there's going to be some side effects probably.
Yeah, the head guy who runs this company's name, Dr. Ari Gargir, and he says in advanced countries like Israel, Europe, and the Far East, there are transient shortages, occasional shortages. In less advanced countries and regions, there are great shortages, and many people die from insufficient blood or blood that is not at the right standards. Oh, that's got to suck. Like they got blood, but then they put the wrong type in you?
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Does it say how long they've been testing it for?
Not that I'm seeing. This seems to have just been spun up, but apparently the process begins with stem cells, which can divide and expand indefinitely under the right conditions. If they're getting the right cues and the right signals, they can become every cell type in the body, Dr. Gargir explained. The vision is that one day we're going to be producing in very large bioreactors, thousands of liters at a time. Each one of these vessels will produce hundreds of blood units, which will be harvested, tested, packed, and sent to hospitals around the world. So far, the way he's talking about this, it all seems aspirational.
Just a little.
The company's lead scientist, Dr. Oren Inzelberg-Yifa, a specialist in stem cell cultivation, said the project immediately drew him in. I read about the company and saw that it was something that interested me. This is something I can contribute to with my knowledge. For Gargir, the mission is personal. 35 years ago, when I was a biology student, I went paragliding and crashed, and I lost a lot of blood, he recalled. A blood transfusion like this saved my life. Saying the technology could save millions. But inside Red Sea's laboratory, stem cells are stored at temperatures below minus 150 degrees Celsius. Wow. When thawed and cultivated, each dot visible on a culture plate represents a single cell that grows into millions. Red Sea Biotech is now working to scale up its operations with plans to progress towards preclinical and clinical trials and eventually full-scale manufacturing. So they haven't even gone through the preclinical process. But if they pull that off, that's revolutionary.
Yeah.
Like truly the holy grail of that sort of science.
I don't know if they figured out though. You think they're going to let them go through with it or?
Well, that's the question. Can they actually figure it out to where it's reliable and
Yeah.
it's not creating all sorts of more complications? Or if not, we're just going to keep going with the human donation model. But fascinating stuff.
It is.
You never know what's coming around the corner. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Soldier Boy,
What's up?
I'm eating
Cracker Jacks.
Nice.
Candy coated popcorn, peanuts and a prize. That's what you get. And I'm going to tell you two different stories. I got one's a local one and one's away from local. I'm going to go over the distant one first, okay?
Okay.
The non-local one. My dad, I found out later I was adopted when I was like 21 years old. Found out a little late because my parents kept it to themselves. But my dad got calls in the middle of the night sometimes, and they'd come by and pick him up. And so when I found out my dad has that, what is it, type of blood that only less than 5% of the world has.
Like a universal donor sort of thing?
Well, he's got he's only got his blood type only matches 5% of the population of the world.
Oh, okay.
Super rare. Okay, not O positive like me, Mr. Common, you know.
Right.
Okay. So I remember one time this guy called on the phone, and his son had been in a severe wreck. And his doctor was on the phone with him on a three-way and explained to him that he didn't have the blood, of course, because it's too damn rare, and his son just happens to have it too, okay? So the next thing you know, the guy comes by my dad's house, picks him up in a limo, had a jet running on the ramp of the municipal airport, flies him to the hospital. Now, the guy once my dad got there, he was had to give him a direct transfusion because he was so bad off. And the doctor told him, he says, you're not going to be able to give him enough, you know. And he says, give him what you have to give to him to keep him alive. Okay, to have him live.
Yeah.
He says, it's going to put you in danger, but he said, my dad didn't care. So the next thing you know, he comes out, he's fine and everything. And this multimillionaire guy bought my dad a brand new Continental car.
Wow.
He came home next week from work, and there's a big old bow in the car in the driveway. And he's like, I can't thank you enough. He says, your wife had mentioned that you've been looking at him. And so I just wanted to give you a little appreciation at how much you did for saving my son's life. Because my dad was on call. My dad's on call worldwide because of his rare blood type. And he's been, gone to different locations. Pretty cool story.
That's cool.
Second thing is, what's the story about Jamal running for governor under the Democratic ticket? Is that correct?
Oh, Jamel Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running for governor, baby.
Yeah, but the Democrat part,
Yeah.
he has to go to the primaries.
Yes, he does.
Is the primary party going to give him money to campaign?
Probably
Who's
not.
Who's backing him up, though? Because I see a bunch of expensive posters in the background of all his little YouTube stuff.
I haven't looked into his financial disclosures, but I think he's got a popular following online.
Is that what it is? Is it online?
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of a following going on there.
Okay. Did you see some of the things he wants to do? He wants to legalize marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
God, we're all going to be high. He wants to legalize the sale of small amounts of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he's creating jobs that way. I don't know. And he also wants to give everybody $1,000 that makes under $100,000 as a check. Is this guy crazy?
I think they're all a little crazy. No, I find him entertaining. I don't think he has a snowball's chance in hell of winning much of anything, including the Democratic primary. But he's allowed to run.
When I listen, well, of course, yeah. But when I listen to him, he sounds like, and I close my eyes, he sounds like the guy that's running for the mayor of New York City.
Mondani?
Free. The guy that's running for the Democratic ticket over there, the communist guy.
Mondani.
He sounds exactly like Jamal. They give all this stuff free. And I liked what the guy said in New York this morning. The guy that's wants to run for mayor. He wants to cut back on police. He wants to send social workers to a scene. Oh my God, there's gonna be dead social workers everywhere.
Yeah, well, I don't think this guy's got much of a chance. But it's interesting to see him out there as more independent, not part of the official party, actually getting involved with stuff.
Do you think the coach will debate against him if he calls him out?
No, probably not.
he won't even waste his time, would he?
Yeah, I'm suspecting Coach Tufferle is not going to debate Jamel Brown.
Here's my thing is, now if I'm Jamal and I challenge you to debate and you won't, I'm going to come out and say you're a coward. You don't want to debate me. You don't want to debate the things that are important to the community.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got no chance to win it.
it's like, great, thanks, man. Like, that's Coach doesn't even need to respond.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate it,
Thanks.
Soldier Boy. And thank you for sharing that story about your dad. That was cool.
Hey, Hannah.
Hey.
Hey, congratulations on your passing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I didn't want you to forget that. All right,
No,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
See you, Soldier
All
Boy.
right, good
Bye.
luck.
By the way, we're not streaming on Facebook because Facebook has issues with our streaming service. So, yeah, it kept asking me to reconnect, and they're like, "We got a big problem. It's on Facebook's end. We can't control it." And I'm like, "And what good are you?" But anyway, we're streaming on YouTube, on X, and on the News Talk Facebook page, but my personal page not working.
No, that's just odd.
Yes, it is. But we got to hit another break here.
All right.
We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Big news! Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital has a new name. But don't worry, everything you love is still the same. Now they're Pike Road Animal Hospital, still at 5148 Troy Highway, still the same great team you've trusted for years. Same friendly faces, same expert care, just a new name, and still offering boarding, grooming, and doggy daycare. Pike Road Animal Hospital, formerly Phillips Dunn Animal Hospital. New name, same heart. Compassion you know, care that you trust.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Woodward, account executive with Blue Water Broadcasting. Why should you advertise with us? Did you know that more Americans listen to radio than use Facebook each week? Did you know that 77% of listeners would try a brand or product endorsed by their favorite radio personality? Contact me, Cheryl Woodward, by going to bluewaterbroadcasting.com to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. So we got a whole hour left. Y'all missed the story we did a little earlier that Hannah and I just covered, but what do you make of a potential technological breakthrough in biotech where using stem cells you can create blood cells and provide it to all around the world essentially, so you don't have to rely on human donation?
I like the idea of it, but I'm a little nervous about it.
Yeah, anything made in the lab, you're kind of like,
Yeah. I was looking at, I'm pretty certain DARPA had this on their radar. I don't know if that's what y'all discussed or not.
It's an Israeli company.
Well, I know that DARPA's
They've
working
yet to
on the
go
same
through
thing.
preclinical or clinical trials.
DARPA's working on the same
No, they're
thing.
working towards them actually. Yeah, but the idea is they have these huge like reactors, like it's just a huge cocktail where you can, like, one stem cell can produce millions of cells. So you just do a mass amount and
You just have a ton.
yeah. That
It's
way you don't
constant
have
produce.
to. I'm so tired of these gnats in here. It's
If you
driving
would
me-
shower, if you would just shower.
Oh, I shower, boo boo.
Okay.
I think we know a
Use the
pest
soap this
control
time.
service
And I bathe.
for that.
Hmm?
We might know a good pest control company.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to get Pest Pro over here.
We do.
Anyway. Yeah, I just don't know about some of these latest interventions. So I'm like, man.
I'm just too.
What happened to just getting sick and dying?
Right. That's my thing.
It's too old-fashioned.
I'm too worried about things they make in the lab because let's say it is flawed. Do you think they're going to admit it? No. We'll find out, later on. And I don't want to deal with that.
If I'm going to be on the cutting edge of something medically, I got to know that my time on this earth is short, and then sign me up, whatever y'all want to do.
I'm kind of down with that myself. If I ain't got much time left,
yeah,
let's go for broke.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. What do you got to lose?
Yeah, right. Experiment on me. No, I really do believe that if you hit a certain age, you can do pretty much whatever you want with your own body.
I do too.
I gotta believe that at any age.
But as I get older, there seems to be more and more roadblocks to stop you from doing that.
Or do you start treating old folks like you treat kids? Like you're not allowed to do that. In the same way, which I think is kind of rude.
It's rude, but I won't say it's not necessarily a necessity because there are times. Oh, if my mom's listening, she'll get mad. There are times she's a grown adult; she makes her own decisions. But I would like to say, no, you cannot do that, and she have to go by that. Yeah, and it'd be for her best. But just like as a kid, hey, I want to go to this concert tonight. No, it's a school night; you can't go.
Well, and if his friends are listening, don't go run and tattle to him. But it's fine to say publicly. Like I never talked to my grandfather like probably my mother would have. Of you're doing this, and no. It's always more respectful. What the issues are. What's the plan here? It's more talking it through. You're a grown man. You helped raise me.
Yes, I would appreciate that much more because I feel like I have a decision in there.
Right?
Did you know this?
Right. I can encourage and prod a little bit, but I'm going to treat you like you can't. That's maybe going too far. And honestly, at a certain age, if somebody wants to take a bunch of magic mushrooms to go hiking, and they're allowed to.
Oh, that's the age.
But at what age do people get allowed to not go look for those people? I mean, if people are going to do dumb
crazy
stuff like that,
need to see their social credit score, see if they're worth going to get.
Ooh,
well, we're
that
not
is
too
the world
far
we're
away.
into. Yeah. Anyway,
Coming soon to location near you.
We got a whole entire hour left. So it's going to be fun.
All right.
Before we hit that top of the hour break, this part of the program brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. You know those folks over there, Eddie.
I know them real well. In fact, we did a deal Friday where Madeline helped us with first-time buyers. And I'll be honest, real estate, it's a bumpy road. I very seldom have just the smoothest, transaction from one into the other. So it's great having a partner like Madeline because when these folks are trying to get a hold of me and they can't, but they can get a hold of Madeline or vice versa, it's great because they're looking for information. They're looking for questions that they need answered because they've never done this before. And she's one of the best. And like I said, we hit a hiccup in the road in this one and she came right through like a champ. We closed 2 weeks earlier than we even planned.
Yeah, I love their turnaround times on refinance deals, how quickly they can get a closing day put together for a purchase. And they can walk with you every aspect of the refi, of the purchase process, and get you that best possible deal.
And there's going to be an interest rate drop. They've been bragging about it for a while. And I really think one's going to probably happen mid-September, maybe towards the end of September. So if I were you, I would go ahead and call Madeline up. Go ahead and get something set up. Yeah. If you're thinking about that,
go ahead and get the
information. Yeah.
That number 567-4223. That's 567-4223. You can visit them on the web, apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. By the way, though, you get pre-approved and the interest rate changes. Is it just it doesn't really affect your credit score? It's more because of the interest rate, you maybe could do more.
Yes.
But the pre-approval is really about your own credit.
Your own, but honestly, quality. You can do more. You can the cheaper the interest rate, the more house you can buy.
Sure. And that's what a lot of folks are waiting on. No, I saw one story where it's a couple that is pretty much divorced officially, but they still live together because of the high interest rates.
Joey, there's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot out there with that. There's a lot.
And I saw this other story. Remember Jay Carney was the press secretary for Barack Obama for a little while after Robert Gibbs?
Pencil net dude.
Well, him and his wife got divorced. His wife is now president of Colombia, and she's gone lesbian and has embraced, after the age of 60, her sapphic tendencies. And she's getting married to the head soccer coach there at Colombia. And I don't know if y'all have seen the video memes, but when I saw a picture of the head soccer coach there at Columbia, I'm like, I think I might be a lesbian.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Israel launched a strike targeting Hamas's leadership in the Qatari capital of Doha today. The White House describes the attack as an unfortunate incident and says it warned Qatar in advance. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said the U.S. received prior notice about the pending attack from Israel. It was not immediately clear if anyone was hurt in the strike. A Michigan judge has dismissed the criminal cases against 15 people accused of acting falsely as electors for President Trump in the 2020 election. The court said the cases will not go to trial. High school seniors' reading and math scores, they have dropped to their lowest level in more than 20 years. The National Assessment of Education Progress, out with its nation's report card, it also shows that 8th grade students lost significant ground when it comes to science. This is SRN News.
Mike Gallagher, host of the Mike Gallagher Show here. Everything is getting more expensive these days, groceries to gas, healthcare. If you're feeling that squeeze, you're not alone. Listen, your biggest asset might just be the answer, your home. That's why I strongly recommend my good friends at Fellowship Home Loans. Mike and Brian and the team have helped so many families, especially in times like these, tap into their home's equity to keep their head above water, whether it's covering rising medical costs, helping out a loved one, or just breathing room in your monthly budget. They can help. You see, you're not giving up. You're just getting smart, because at the end of the day, it's about protecting your family and your future. Make sure you ask how you can skip 2 mortgage payments when you refinance. 2. Going into the fall and the holidays, that could really be helpful, right? Just go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. It's Fellowship Home Loans. Fellowship Home Loans. Mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 8193.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by McPhillips Shinbaum.
My name is Aaron Luck, a partner with the law firm of McPhillips Shinbaum. If you or someone in your family has been seriously injured by the negligence of someone else, call me directly.
262-1911. Rich Thomas Weather.
Hi, everybody. We are enjoying a very nice series of days with tolerable humidity and pleasantly cool nights. Today, abundant sunshine, very comfortable, high temperature up to about 86, mostly clear, nice tonight. With the overnight low temperature down to about 64, more sunshine Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up to around, let's say 91 tomorrow, 93 on Friday, near 90 over the weekend, 60s at night. We are going to continue to enjoy this. From the National Weather Association Conference in Huntsville, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
1819 News. UAB St. Vincent's has become the first hospital in Birmingham to use a groundbreaking new procedure for patients with severe peripheral artery disease. The treatment uses sound waves to break up hardened blockages in leg arteries. A safer method, doctors say, could reduce amputations and improve quality of life. Interventional cardiologist Dr. Christopher DeGroat performed the first case, noting it's only the second time the technology has been used in Alabama. I'll be back with more Alabama news after this.
Brian Dawson here, CEO of 1819 News. I'm also the host of 1819 News, the podcast, and we'd love for you to join us by listening to our weekly show on all the top podcast apps, both in audio and video format. At 1819 News, the podcast, we are in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama. Every week, we're having important conversations with guests from across this great state, all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
Wellstone is now offering Alabama veterans, the first responders, a no-cost treatment for post-traumatic stress symptoms. The stellate ganglion block is an outpatient injection that targets a nerve cluster in the neck and has shown promise in easing hyperarousal and hypervigilance. Wellstone says follow-ups show an average 60% reduction in PTSD symptoms among participants. Eligible veterans and first responders can start the process with a confidential screening through Wellstone's Access to Care line at 256-255-1020. For 1819 News, I'm Garrison Hardy. For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Well, it's gotten down to where it's just Eddie and I in the studio. Well, we have a special supervisor, Mark, who's
watches over us.
He's not an on-air guy, but he's watching us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's keeping us straight on the straight and narrow here.
Oh, sure.
We were just talking a little bit. Did you see the just the fallout over the weekend over this clip, in particular, the Charlotte on that train?
Yeah.
Oh, I could not bring myself to find the unedited video. I didn't want to see it.
It's not. I wouldn't if I were you. It's, you know what happened. There's no
like I saw the one where it stops it as he gets up to stab her. Very clearly a stabbing motion, but
it's just violent. It gets more violent from there, and it's what really something that bothers me. And I guess we're just different kind of people. There were other people on that train.
Oh, sure.
Nobody moved. And that sickens me.
How many people were in that cab? Because it looks like where the rest of the video I saw that he goes to a different cab.
He moves on, but there was a couple people there
next to the girl. Yeah.
I just, and again, I don't know. I'm not trying not to damn anybody, but damn, man.
Well,
you stand there and watch that happen.
Sure, it did happen so quick though. Like,
but again, maybe different folks.
Sure.
But you can see when there's something like that coming.
No, but it was so freak. Like there was no lead up. There was no. It just bang. To where you're like, you wouldn't. I don't think anybody would have been able to react before it happened.
Situational awareness. No, you could if you watch that video, and I'm no cop or nothing like. If you watch that video, as soon as he stands up, there was not a doubt in my mind what he was fixing to do.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying on that video, that's what, a second.
It's about 2 seconds.
Like he stands up and like there's no hesitation.
But he was able to walk away.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I can't.
I hear you.
I'm just not good with that.
Loud
I'm
and
not
clear.
good with that.
And in this day and age, the corporate media would have Eddie, the white guy, giving
that's just it.
Him a choke claw.
That's just it. And somebody brought that up this morning. It's so right. After what happened, I think it was in New York with that Marine.
Daniel Penny, yeah.
So I can't damn these people at the same time, but I have to say, damn you. You get up and you fight for that and you fight for your rights.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. And that's becoming a normal thing where this violent behavior happens, whether it be white on white, black on white, whatever. But if it's white on white, it seems to go away. If it's white on black, it blows up the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
If it's black on white, it almost seems to be underreported. To the point of now people are saying, hey, can we at least get this fair?
And if it's black on black, it's reported, but not in those terms.
Not at all. It's reported in terms of crime, no matter what. It was just two bad people.
Well, and if you do look at stats, thank God, most of your violent crime in particular is intra-racial.
Yeah.
So it's black on black, white on white, Hispanic on Hispanic, yada, yada, yada. You do have some interracial violence like what we saw here. And my biggest worry, it's been a worry for half a decade now, is this program this woke program, and I wasn't the one to predict this, a lot of folks did, said this will build collective racial resentment.
Hate.
And you will be undoing any sort of goodwill you might have had heading into the 21st century.
I just don't see how anybody thought that would be a good idea.
Right.
I mean, it's someone that kind of grew up after the civil rights. You know, I grew up where I did, and black friends, white friends. I was so amazed as I got older that hate was just gone. And we didn't, when you'd see that happen in the community, you were like, who are you? You didn't know that person anymore because we had all moved on from that. We all wanted generally the same thing. Everybody wants a chicken in the pot and some money in the bank.
Yeah.
Be damned if you're a different color than me.
Well, and then it also seems to be the cities. Like, and then there are just the freak incidents. Like what happened in Auburn to Dr. Julie.
That another one.
Walking her dog in Kiesel Park.
But you know what the sickest part of that to me is? That guy came from here, man.
Well, he was originally from Montgomery. He was living in Virginia Beach, Virginia around 2023. It's where he had a run-in with the law. He was arrested for having a sawed-off shotgun.
Look at that guy's records. There's not a reason in the world he should be walking among us. Free people. I'm sorry. Look at it. And that's the other thing. Look at the guy's record in Charlotte. Same thing.
Oh, that one
Look at these
more
people.
Astounding, yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, the guy who killed her, stole the vehicle in Auburn, he didn't have a huge rap sheet. It was that one arrest. Apparently his father did, though. He was the third. His father, Junior, had a long and left the kid when the kid was 4, had been arrested for not paying child support. And so you're like, you read the backstory and you're like, well. And then did you see the judge that let out this guy in Charlotte?
And I'm so glad
because he wrote a nice note promising
I'm
things?
so glad that people are calling him out because I can kind of think that's where it has to start. You or I don't have control over these people getting out. They do. So it's about time that they have to face our reality. Because honestly, if a judge lets them out and this happens, what happens to the judge? We all know that the judge should not have let him out. But
I often get reelected in Alabama.
Exactly right.
I think something about that needs to change. Maybe we'll do it here on the radio and try to influence others to start saying, who's the judge that released these people when they reoffend?
But in Montgomery, we've had that for how long?
A while. And you're getting a lot of consensus around it. You're even the mayor, the city council, chief of police, a lot of the citizenry are all like, why are y'all letting these folks out?
So you got 70 or 80% of citizenry saying, why are y'all letting them out? But that's all we're doing. There are people that can stop this. And they seem to be like, well, let's just let the citizens be mad. Let them have pitchforks for a while. They'll get over it. Tired of that.
It's just awful, too. And, of course, the reaction to this is the video is the problem.
No.
But here, I'm going to not be, and I know it's frustrating as hell to so many folks that want me to breathe fire on stuff like this. I remember during George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown and the Ferguson stuff and Eric Garner after, the guy was selling Lucy's and all this stuff. At the point people made, and it's a correct point, is if you actually look at the database of lethal encounters between black citizens and the police, they're very small, like 18, 30 a year, these sorts of things. And those are unjustified ones. There's other cops use force, but somebody's charging with a knife. Somebody was going for their weapon, these sorts of things. And that really does happen.
Yes.
The body cams out of all these protests and stuff really have shown that. Like, in a way, it's been a great idea because it vindicates folks who suffer from police brutality, and it vindicates the police when it's like, yeah, that crazy person was about to jump on you and stab you to death. So, yeah, shoot him.
Right.
Right. So that's happened. But the point that was made is like, it's not like this is happening at this crazy disproportionate rate. It's just that there are enough videos on social media going around to where there are enough of these incidents that stretch back years. It's not like it happened yesterday or last month, to where you could have it on every day in social media, an example of a cop in a questionable situation shooting a black person. And those videos can make the rounds, and folks get all worked up. They're like, well, this fits our narrative. This is what we thought. They're against all this other stuff. And you're like, yeah, but look at the stats.
Look at the real numbers.
Look at the real numbers. And so you're going to have a lot of folks. Now the script is flipped.
That's just it.
You got people on the right saying, look at these videos. And they're awful and heinous and crazy. And there does need to be a crackdown on crime. And I think it's going to continue. But you now have the corporate press saying, oh, but look at the numbers. That's just one video. That's just one incident.
I don't know, man. I have a problem with anybody thinking that they can commit a violent act on anyone else.
I agree with
There's no repercussions.
I don't know what I was saying yesterday is this. It shouldn't require a national spectacle. It shouldn't require Elon Musk X or for Fox News or somebody to go and report this or the other way around. If there really is crime, especially in major cities in this
which there is
country, which there is, let's just focus on Alabama. If there's crime in Montgomery, if there's crime in Birmingham, if there's crime in Bessemer, there's crime all over the place, then everybody at every level locally has to do better.
Yes.
That's the real solution to a lot of this stuff.
But
we continue, for some reason, we're not connecting. I'm talking law enforcement. I'm talking the laws in the first place. I'm talking the judicial system and the processing and the prison system. And somebody who's truly repentant, change their heart, the rehabilitation system. There's so many things across the board.
It becomes that Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other. Because none of them can find the right answer. Okay, I get it. It's tough to do. But however, what we are doing ain't working. So why do we keep doing it? That's the part that kills me.
Yeah.
We know this didn't work, so let's try it again.
Well, and it's become learned helplessness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of that.
Which is just insane.
Seeing a lot of that.
So we'll continue to see these stories. I mean, and the rap sheet on the guy in Charlotte, the reasons he was let out, and then you see the video and just the pure evil of it. You had Van Jones last night saying that, well, we don't know if this is racial or not. And a lot of folks say, oh, that didn't stop y'all from jumping the gun.
Thank you. Because literally the first couple comments were, I bet she was typing something racist.
Yeah. Well, and apparently the guy said something to the effect, I got that white girl. So like there is a racial element to it.
But that's just it. When it's this way, it's always denied. And then
because we're not talking to one another. We're not speaking the same language. And this is the problem.
Yeah, you're right.
People don't want actual solutions. They want
no.
They want to feel like something's happening.
Emotion. They want an emotional reaction.
And it suggests to me that our system is all cattywampus. It's all flipped on its head. What matters is the national spectacle. Maybe what is required is the president to go and bring the National Guard into cities and whatnot. But that's not the way it should be.
I agree.
We should be more focused on who your mayor is, what the police are doing, these sorts of things. But does that move the needle much?
No. Yeah. But bringing in and again, I didn't like the idea of Trump coming in with the National Guard in my city. But you know what? It's not gonna be a problem for me. I'm not the guy out here shooting in the street, running. I'm not that guy. Go get them. I'm tired of it. We have a right to live our lives in peace. And if it's just a small percentage, which we know it is, that disrupts that, why the hell we tolerate it?
Yeah.
We got the cops, let them loose on them.
Now,
we're so worried about, it's an injustice. What about the injustice on me, you, and everybody else that suffers every day?
Here. And I'm looking to see, updated their page there at 1819news.com. Barry Moore saying Trump has put Dem mayors, governors in tough spot of having to accept his help on crime or make their people suffer. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
It was an interview with Jeff Poore saying that, that President Trump, he's offering to these blue cities and states to come in and say, I'll help you with this. And so it puts Democrats in kind of a tough spot. Yeah, no kidding. And so I think crime is going to be a big part of what's going on. I think that's certainly going to resonate. I mean, no matter who you are, when you're raising a family wherever you live, you want to feel safe. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and before you can have good schools, before you can have more investment in the community, you need order. You need safety. And again, this is, in my humble opinion, learned helplessness.
Yeah.
Out of a sense of like, well, if we punish people, we might punish the wrong person. It's not the worst motivation. That's a very Christian notion of don't punish the innocent. But if you take that, any good idea, any good principle to its extreme, what you're going to end up doing is you're not punishing the guilty.
Right. And that's what we're at.
And you're letting the guilty run roughshod over the innocent.
And that guilty is a small percentage. I mean, it kills me. It's like when you're watching a flock of sheep and they got this one little guard dog.
Yeah.
That guard dog runs them sheep. If them sheep got together, they could turn that dog into a mud hole. But it's the fear.
Yep. Also looking at Alabama stuff, Tuberville says that he loves Trump's America Praise initiative launched yesterday. As the first football coach to implement a full-time chaplain in the 90s.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Tuberville applauded Trump's initiative and said it was vital for the future of America. He's saying to Kudlow, we have to put structure back in this country. If you're going to have a team like we have in the United States of America, we have to have something to believe in. And we have the Democratic Party that's fighting against all this. Tuberville continued saying, I started prayer back on college football teams in 1995. I was the first coach to implement a full-time team chaplain for a football program. Now today, 30 years later, we have one in almost every school across the country. And that's where you have to start. You have to start in the family. You have to start in the schools. Prayer in the schools, says Tuberville. Bible in the schools, says Tuberville. When we kicked it out and we turned God the other direction, our country turned the other direction.
We put the Bibles out of the class, but we put them in the prison. Maybe we put them on the front end. It would save some of those going to the prison.
Tuberville said having something to believe in and lean on can help people work through difficult times. There's many times, Tuberville said, that I've got on my hands and knees, and you don't ask for God to give you anything. You just ask for the opportunity, and that's all we need in this country is an opportunity. Citing rampant crime in major cities, murder, and problems with mental health and addiction, Tuberville said the only thing that's going to help us is God and God's prayer. But the healing won't come easily, with Democrats likely to push back hard against any promotion of religion. Tuberville saying President Trump will get a major pushback on this by the liberal media. It's coming. They're coming after him because they don't believe in this. They want to keep the Bible out. They want to keep prayer out. They want to destroy the family. By doing that, it's going to bring this country under. So,
direction we're heading.
Also, a quick update. That's Tuberville, who'll probably be the next governor. We heard from Barry Moore, who might be your next senator, but that'll be a tough race. But Bruce Pearl.
Hey, old Bruce. I saw him at the Auburn game. I saw him on TV.
A report, according to the Jewish Insider, said Pearl will make a final decision on entering the race by the end of September, but he says he's leaning against running for United States Senate. Well, Pearl spent the summer meeting with GOP campaign operatives and Republican senators as he considered whether to enter the race. Two sources familiar with Pearl's thinking told the outlet that he has not officially decided against running and has given himself until the end of September to make a final call, but unlikely he'll enter in. He declined 1819 News' request for comment.
I would think he probably realizes he's better serving man as a basketball coach than...
Yeah.
And which there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing.
And so now for the Senate, for that seat Tuberville's giving up, you have Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall, U.S. Representative Barry Moore, former Navy SEAL Jared Hudson, and a fellow I don't know yet, Rodney Walker. Heard anything about Rodney Walker? Yeah.
I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, me too. We can meet all these folks. Why not?
We got to send out invitations because we're not good at that. We're not.
Yeah, we're not good at that. Right. Right. And also, there's going to be one of these days where I'm just going to end up being rude. I'm not trying to be rude to them personally. But, I try to play ball and be nice.
Joey.
But there are times when, especially we got the senators and the governor types in here, it's like, how are you going to make a big difference?
I've seen you be rude to people, and it's not the governors and senator types.
Mm-hmm.
Be these ladies with blonde hair.
I'm going to keep asking me stuff I don't want to do. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying no. And I saw Tom Segura going on about this the other day. He's right. Like, sometimes women are just weak. You got to talk to them like they're kids. It's like, well, if you...
Hold on. The difference between Tom Segura and you right at this second with that whole conversation, he has a woman.
Yeah, I know.
So you can kind of say stuff like that when you got one to fall back on. But when you don't have one, it's not good to bash them.
So it's kind of true, though.
I didn't say it wasn't true.
My feelings. Oh, no. It's like I just said no.
Yeah, not everybody likes to hear no, Joey. Some people like a yes guy.
Well, I'm not a yes man.
Yeah, you are right about that.
272-9228. Let's go to line one.
All right.
You're on there. Who's this?
What's going on, dude?
Hey, Duke. What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much, man. I sitting there listening to you guys, and first of all, about worship is personal to me.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think it should go back into school for many reasons. Trump, for an example, he don't live nothing like Christ at all. I mean, he get on the TV, he doesn't represent the United States with class. I mean, cussing and bull S this and SOB this. Talking about he just filled his mouth and got his vice president.
Where did Jesus say you can't curse?
Huh?
Where did Jesus say you can't say a bad word?
I know, but about the.
I mean, you might sin in your heart if you're really dehumanizing and belittling a person, but then sometimes you got to whip the money changers out of the temple.
This
is
true.
Can we do it on that way then? If you say it's okay.
No, you better shut your mouth
No,
right
the
now.
FCC says you can't cuss.
If I can't cuss, you certainly can.
That's what I'm saying. See, there's certain rules, So, as a Christian, I don't want my preacher there cussing on Sundays at me.
But I don't think Donald Trump is my preacher.
I know, but he want to act like he holy all of a sudden want this and that.
I don't see that either. I see him being the CEO of America, which he does.
I understand that.
He does right for America. That's.
But everybody don't believe in Christianity.
Agreed.
True.
Okay, so you got the Mormons and all these different people. And,
Well, they say they're Christians.
Yeah, they still claim to be Christians.
Now, other Christians might say no.
Disagree.
Yeah. Which one?
Well, you're bringing up a good point. What are we going to have the Testament of Joseph Smith in the schools? Are we going to have like the true understanding of the Jehovah's Witness?
Which one can have 4 or 5 wives?
Well, I think the Mormons initially did that, but
Yeah.
and
Now
they don't
you gotta
like
go
being
to
called
Utah.
Mormon, by the way, and they had to say like, "Hey, stop doing that. That's not cool."
But if you go to Utah,
And you got some don't believe in
LDS
religion at all.
Latter-day Saints.
Yes.
Church of Latter-day Saints.
Right. But ain't the reason I called about the lady getting stabbed in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Eddie, I'm with you, man. I had to tackle this man down from the back up. I just couldn't sit there and watch that, but it happened so quickly. But him walking out, turning his back to
Right.
I got to ride his back,
Thank you.
She may kill me in the process, but
And I don't think like that, but that's
Yeah, no, and
I
that's
just
the
can't sit
second
there.
part of the video because it did happen so fast. I don't know if there's any way to really stop it, but it was him walking around with the blood dripping all over the place, and folks just
scared.
Yeah.
then again, you got to observe the situation. Also, this guy, if he got a mental illness and the snap some kind of way, and you can see it in his eye that he has crazy looking.
Yeah.
These people become extremely strong, and you just can't approach every situation like that. So,
But you'd like to think where are the men to step in and protect?
right,
Just the
two or
men,
three of
where are
them,
the women?
should have got involved, but they saw how violent that was. People get scared, man. They don't want to get involved sometimes.
That's the problem we have nowadays.
Right. And I seen some young brothers one day trying to harass the older white people. I don't like that. I stopped the situation, but I got scared afterwards. I said, "Maybe this cat may, this guy make it run get his gun." You got to be careful nowadays to get involved in some situations.
Sure.
I'm always packing.
I'm packing too, but
There you go,
sometimes I don't have it on me. Sometimes I don't have it on me.
Well, if you're from Elmore County, you got a pocket knife in your pocket.
I can do. I'm not a knife man. I got.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight, Duke.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but it's just stuff like that, man. I don't see color when I see somebody being mistreated.
No, not at all. I just see the
I
rage.
don't see no color, period.
Yep.
But this case with Big John down in Lowndes County.
Yeah.
It's something like that black people do look at that kind of case like that this guy killed this sheriff and hell, his ass ain't in prison yet. He keeps jumping around.
I'll be honest, Duke.
Retried
It ain't just black people looking at that. It ain't just black people looking at that.
I know that, but what I'm saying, we looking at it especially because it's Big John been dead how many years now?
4 or 5 years at least. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Duke. I don't understand it. I like to think I've got faith in the process, but it's been this long. I'm kind of honestly running out of faith.
Yeah, I think that happened in 2020. Early.
But I'm not gonna get mad and hate white people because some stupid ass went out there and did something crazy to somebody black. But you got people like on the white and black side that get mad with the whole group of people because this guy went up there to Auburn and killed somebody. I told somebody earlier that he went up there because he thought it was kind of maybe kind of atmosphere in Auburn where he can get away with it. You know?
Hit.
Easy hit.
Yep.
But if I was that woman family, I'd be at the jail right now waiting on. I tell somebody, let me pay you to go in there, do something to him, please. You know, that's why I feel about something like that.
I feel your pain, brother.
Somebody do something to some of my family members, you know, I have to go to jail probably. I don't know. Depending on my move.
Yeah. Yep.
But man, we just got to be better as people, you know.
Agreed.
People ask me all the time, say, you called in on that? They call y'all show racist.
Yeah.
I said, man, y'all don't know the people. I met these people, you know, back in 2021 when y'all had the thing.
Yeah.
Out. Oh, man, these some of the nice people I ever met in my life, man. They'll say,
well, I'm glad you confirmed, though, that everybody listens, including dumbasses.
Everybody listens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody listens.
But I said, man, they give me a chance to express myself, and most of the callers gotten used to me now. They don't challenge me that much. I can get them worked up anytime I feel like it, but I don't, you know.
But they respect the fact that you're a human being and you've got an opinion just like everybody else. They might not agree with it, but you know what?
They know I ain't got good sense to start with. You know. Well, I have fun cutting with you guys, man. But we can get serious when we need to.
That's right.
But one thing I don't like now, this thing about allowing those people to be targeted in L.A. with that thing they passed the
court, the court ruled that they can use the National Guard to help supplement ICE.
Yeah.
I don't like that right there because, you know, I've been profiled before by a police officer here in Montgomery. Pulled me over saying a bank robbery had just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a little trainee in the car with him, trying to show out with him in front of the little trainee, because the trainee came to the car with him. I think that's crazy. But I called the police station and asked it was a bank robbery. They said no. So he said I fit my car. He said my car and not me fit the description of a.
I can't say that was racist, Duke. I've been told that many times too.
Yeah, and
we got a call for a matched description of your car and you, and I'm like, man, I've been in this neighborhood 5 minutes. But you know.
You got black in you though. You got black in you.
You ain't the first person to say that.
Yeah. You got some black in you. You got black waves, boy. But you know, I don't like that because these people, you know, of course, sure they're not gonna speak English, and we got some here in Montgomery that we hang out at Home Depot sometimes. They got little systems, but they're willing to work. Now that's what I like about them. They're not that big with a damn sign on every street corner begging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you just can't profile people just because they got low wage, getting a low wage job. But what I would like to see, if they want to do that, the identity of these ICE agencies. That's what I have a problem with right there. Hey, I don't know whether these guys are the Klans or the white supremacist group. You don't know who the hell these ICE people are, man.
I don't know who the FBI is either. I just assume that they're a government organization that's been properly vetted, and I mean they're coming at me.
Half of them got a name tag or something, huh?
Name change,
like a badge.
Name tag.
They got a badge, sure. ICE guy's got a badge.
Well, sorry, I'm not trying to name tag them on their shoulder, and the FBI don't have their face covered up with mask and all that.
So you would like federal law enforcement to go after gang members, like cartel members, like revealing their identity?
They're not doing that though.
Yes, they are.
What's the problem they have in Mexico?
Go one or two.
No, that's the vast majority are people with criminal records and people that are part of gangs, as well as national security threats. And they're not just going, oh, look, the brown guy with the last name, let's go after him. It's much more like police work, like are this guy's associates? Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like he's got an MS-13 tattoo on his face. Like,
but most of the ICE people,
come on, man.
Most of the ICE agents people, they're going into neighborhoods in this country, so they're not going overseas looking for the drug boys.
How many cartel members do you think are in neighborhoods in this country? A lot.
Well, they've been proving that half of the people that's sending out, half of them not criminal like they claim.
Okay.
Half of them? Half of them?
Right.
That's what they say now. That's what they say now.
No, I didn't even read that.
Proven, right.
That's what they say on Fox News now.
Yeah, but if they came here illegally, didn't that make them a lawbreaker right there?
But I just got a feeling that there's something strange about the ICE people. I don't know whether these are white supremacists or the Klans.
What about the black ones that are there? There's black ones. There's brown ones. I think I even
Those
seen
are the ones that wants to be Republican. You know.
Well, they don't have to do all that, dude. You can be a Republican free.
I'm talking about they want to get involved and do some of the stuff too.
To support law enforcement.
They're not law enforcement. They're not law enforcement people. They gotta take the mask off and put a name tag on them. I feel better about that.
Well,
they put a fake name. They put a fake name or something on.
I think you'll be all right, Duke. I don't think they're kind of looking for you. I gotta be honest. You
I ain't
kind of
talking
look like
about me.
an
I'm
American
talking
citizen.
about I don't know. I might look like one of them. Somebody told me one day what I missed it or something. I said, no.
Well, honestly, I've been sitting over here simmering since he told us we're the racist show.
You never heard that before?
No, I've heard it before, and it shouldn't bother me. But I really want to. It drives me nuts a little bit sometimes. Like my ass could leave. Let's see what is put in my place. Y'all think I'm that bad? The stuff that's out there, the things people say, the agendas people are driving, and I think I'm pretty even-handed and fair-minded.
But if y'all want race,
screw you people. You don't even know me. If you think I'm a racist, stop freaking listening to the show. And go on accusing everybody and everything because it's racism. If I'm the big racist show in Montgomery, F all y'all. How about that?
There you go. That's what you do.
And maybe I don't like people, not on account of race. I just don't like people.
That's racist.
But Joey, I told you in the past, I want to sit down and talk to David Duke. I talk to any racist person. I don't mind.
It's so unoriginal, so stupid. It's so predictable.
I know it.
It works every time. It works every time.
Anyway, I appreciate it, dude. I gotta run. We're way over. I gotta run.
Love you, Duke.
272-9228. Shouldn't piss me off, but I'm just being honest. Drives me crazy about everything. Everything. And you try to be fair, you try to be even-minded, you try to be honest with your perspective. And, it would be much easier to just pick a camp. I'll just pick a camp. How about that? Just pick a camp. Just push the latest propaganda. Why even do this? Seriously.
I can't answer that on the radio. But no, well, man. I hear it all the time. To the fact that it doesn't bother me no more.
Yeah. Because it's a dumbass thing to say.
Yep.
And it's partly the reason we got problems. How about this? Let's hit a break.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. Did you know the current national average turn time to close on a mortgage is 48 business days? But not at Alabama Home Mortgage. At Alabama Home Mortgage, our average close time is 16 business days. That's a month faster than the rest. How do we do it? With over 60 years of combined experience in the industry. Our team knows mortgages. Our years of experience yield a better experience for our customers. Folks, time is money. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, don't waste time with another mortgage company, bank, or credit union. We close on time, every time. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our fast turn time is just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
Boy, it's hard for anybody to complain about this weather pattern. It's a beautiful one. Even the nights are nice with mostly clear skies tonight. Pleasantly cool, overnight low temperature down to about 64. More abundant sunshine tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. High around 91 tomorrow, 93 on Friday, near 90 over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and 60s at night. From the National Weather Association Conference in Huntsville, Rich Thomas for Blue Water Broadcasting.
Ready to borrow smarter this season? Apply online in minutes at yourasecu.com. Call 334-270-9011 or visit your local branch today.
ASD Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASD.
Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1. WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Let's go to the phones, talk to Simpler Days. Hey, Simpler Days, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good. I always enjoy Dr. Duke's calls. They're so enlightening. There's an old saying, Joey, have you heard it before about when good men do nothing, evil exists?
Yep, sure.
There's another saying that says, person doing something really, really bad is bad, but the silence of the bystander is even worse.
Yep.
What happened in North Carolina, about like Eddie or you or me or somebody else that would want to intervene? What happened in New York when the man tried to intervene on the subway?
Oh, I agree.
They hung him out to dry.
Yep.
You see, that's what's changed in society, gentlemen. Used to, you would get the Good Citizen of the Year award from the mayor and the city for intervening. Now, they want to look for every reason under the sun to try to give the criminal an excuse out and hold you accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happened, and that's why law enforcement has been turned upside down. What used to be right is wrong, and wrong is right. And the criminal justice system is working really, really well for criminals. But the victims, not so much. When Duke brought up Big John down there, well, what about a knife? What about a knife law? There's been a state law passed, been enacted. It's being enforced, and the killer is still not going to trial. Still not going to trial.
Yep.
And now we have another woman killed in Auburn. The criminal justice system is broken. It needs to be overhauled. And so why should law enforcement officers go out here and stand the ridicule, the second guessing, the Monday morning quarterback, and all of this if these liberal activist judges are going to turn them loose? And that's what's happening. I mean, you know, do you see these people that got track records, MOs? You know, their rap sheet is a mile long, and they're releasing them back into the public. And prosecutors now, they're like football coaches. All they want to do is worry about their win-loss rate.
Yep.
They'll take a plea deal in a minute so they can get a win.
Yep.
So everything's working against the law enforcement officer, including these mayors and these. Take Montgomery, for instance. You got around 200 officers, and the number is dropping. And I'll give you an instance of why it's dropping. It's like the fire department, 50 firemen short. It's about leadership. They recently had an incident at the mayor's house where officers sit on the mayor's detail to guard his little rear end. Well, there were gunshots in the area, not at his house, but in the area of where he lives. Could have been fireworks, could have been a frat party at ASU. Don't know what it was, but the person sitting on the detail, the officer, informed his supervisor, and the supervisor decided not to pass it up the chain of command. So when they found out, now they're going to punish all of the supervisors and make them sit on the detail instead of using it as a coaching moment, teachable moment, and correcting the issue. Now they're going to punish all of the sergeants, and they're going to have to sit on the detail. And that is why Montgomery is 200 officers and dropping. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Appreciate it, Simpler Days. We got to hit this break. This part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings. And at Dillon Rings, they can help you as a jewelry shop. They are a full-service jewelry shop here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And they can help you with things like, well, an amazing selection that they put together from high-end to everyday items. Of course, the high-end items are just that high-end, and the everyday, still lovely, just won't break the bank. Of course, they can also do repair work. They can also do spa treatments, custom design work, really spectacular stuff there at Dillon Rings. Josh Ryder in particular is a true artist. That guy can make anything that you might need. So y'all check them out today. That's 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, again, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie that Joey, that fellow from the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Hi, I'm Dr. Candace Cobb with Health Star. We've enjoyed a long-standing relationship with our friends at Blue Water Broadcasting. The Blue Water team is a mainstay in our advertising, not only because of the success of our campaigns, but because they truly understand what being a local business is all about.
Radio works. It's as simple as that. Call us to find out how radio can work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
WAKA Action 8 News has brought you the River Region's first 9 p.m. news since 2007. Now you can watch Action 8 News at 9 on the Montgomery CW. Want to know where to find it? Go to Channel 22 with your antenna, DirecTV or Dish Network, Channel 14 on Charter Spectrum, Channel 7 on C Spire, and Channel 19 on WOW. Get your Weather Authority forecast, lace up sports coverage, and your local news. It makes a difference where you get your 9 p.m. news. Watch Action 8 News at 9 on the Montgomery CW.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back.
Final moments here of the program. Let's go to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Man, I am good. How about you guys?
Yeah.
All right. This is back up the forklift. That's the beeping going on.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you
good.
had a date lined up for Joey.
Yeah. Well, I'm tired. How about y'all?
A little wore out.
Oh,
Let me tell
I'm
you
something right now.
Well, I'm 53 years old. I'm not 18 anymore, even though I think I am.
Young man.
And so I decided we're going to, now that sailors in college were empty nesters, we're going to the Keys in October to go lobstering with a buddy.
Nice.
And he said, "Oh, you got to have your dive license."
Yeah.
Well, I've never done that. So I go sign up for dive lessons. Went today for my first one at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Did the first 2 chapters. That's cool and all.
Yep.
Guys, we get to the pool. They said, "Okay, we got to do the swim test." I'm thinking in my mind, swim test. Okay, I can swim.
Oh, boy. Ray.
He
Don't
said,
tell me.
"You got to do 8 laps."
Yeah.
This thing's 30 foot long.
Yes,
And the
Ray,
lap
you have
is
to be
not
able to
there,
swim
it's
if
there
you're going to be a
back.
scuba diver, Ray. Yes.
Well, I could swim, but I don't want to swim 8 laps without knowing about it.
That is a lot.
I didn't even eat a banana this morning.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked over here. I said, "Dude, y'all don't mention this when you sign up." He said, "No,
No.
most people would never do it."
Exactly right, Ray.
I said, "Well, only thing I can do is start swimming, I reckon." And
Yep.
I got it done. Now I'm feeling it all over. I'm not 18. All I can do is when I get home is I'm going to go lay on that nice soft carpet. And if you need some nice soft carpet to lay on, call me, 285-8117. I can help you with that.
Again, folks, that's 285-8117, and be sure to tell them when you call up 285-8117 that you're Ray on the radio with Joey and Eddie.
Guys, y'all have a great day.
See you, Ray.
See ya. So what did we learn today?
Ray can't swim.
Yeah. Been a while since I've actually done some legit swimming. I don't know if I could either.
It's funny because when we did the diving thing in Jamaica, I wanted Susanna to dive with me. So you have to do the swim test. And that caught us both by surprise. But I stayed at the pool with her. I did mine. Then I stayed with her because I had to keep encouraging her. Keep going, baby. Keep going, baby. So, yeah. A lot of people, 3 laps, 4 laps, they're out. They just
yeah, no, because it's exhausting.
It
Burn
is.
some calories.
It is. Yeah. You got to know how to tread the water and do some floating.
So we learned that somebody had registered their dog to vote twice, and posted
Joey.
on social media about it proudly, and even tried to get the dog vote mail in after the dog died.
That right there is criminal.
Right. It's also just wrong.
Yeah.
Just wrong in so many ways.
It makes me feel like you didn't really love your dog.
No, we learned that if you try to make peace with Israel, but you do it in a way that's too cute by half, they will blow you up as you're looking up their
Are we really that
ceasefire.
surprised?
deal. I'm not.
It's Israel.
That's where things have gone
Right.
in that regard. We also learned about a new breakthrough potentially in the blood biotech world.
Yeah.
Like stem cells to produce copious amounts of blood where we won't need human donations.
But
any
I just
longer.
worry about that being the lab grown meat thing again. You know, I don't know if I'm down with that, Joey.
Yeah. And then, of course, the all the fallout from the murder in Auburn, the murder in Charlotte, and that's still, I guess, the main thing on the news.
Oh yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
They're still talking about the train. Yeah.
Yeah. So we learned a few things. I don't know why that one thing bothers me so much, but it does. Let's go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, Joe, it's Woody.
Hey, Woody, what's up, buddy?
Not much. I learned something today.
What'd you learn, Woody?
I learned that Joey's a racist.
Yeah.
It shocked me.
Yeah.
That was about the stupid. I can't believe people. It's just unreal. But I know my little buddy's not a racist.
Not at all.
Yeah.
All right. Love y'all.
Thank you, Woody. See you, bro.
Yeah, there's a line I wrote when I was in high school. It's not what you do, it's what they see. They can't see what you believe, so make a believer out of me. It's not just those accusations, all sorts of accusations. Isn't it lovely how politics brings us all together? Let's go to line 3. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, it's Donkey Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, I was out of the truck buying another bag of puppy food when whatever went down. But I will tell you this. This is the best radio program, and you are more than fair, Joey Clark.
Well, but you would say that. You're white.
I don't. It's you know, sometimes
She's not
it's like a
white?
black woman trapped in a white woman's body. Trust
Right. Thank you.
But
Thank you.
What is this, like transracialism now? Like you like Rachel Dolezal?
Okay, if I feel like today I'm going to be a woman, can I feel like I want to be someone of a different gender or a different race anytime too? Is it strictly just women, men? I mean, say I feel like an Eskimo tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
so
They don't appreciate
but
that term.
I do want to tell
They're
you,
fine with that term.
There's some folks that when they call, I have to tune out, and it's the only time I'll ever turn down the volume on your radio show because I feel like they're baiting you. They're just baiting you.
Well, it's not really me. It's all the listeners usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does happen.
Well, yeah, but anyway, Joey, you're very fair, and you have a great show, and kick some dirt on that turd and let it roll. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just some days I get.
What my dogs do, you know.
I love that, Lori.
Kick some dirt on that turd and let it roll. You're good. We love you, man.
Well, appreciate it, Lori.
Of course, I am speaking for white women. I am
Right.
a white. Oh, gee.
I've been trying to get him a
I'm
black woman
speaking
for
from
quite a
a
while.
human being. I am a human being. I happen to be a woman, and the pigment of my skin happens to be. I'm actually Native American. I got a lot of Cherokee in me.
Yep.
We're all a vegetable soup. So, brother, you are loved. Y'all are appreciated. You and Eddie are awesome. Your show is awesome. And kick some dirt on that turd. Let
There
it
you
roll.
go.
No, I appreciate it, Lori.
Need to put that on a t-shirt. I need to put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I think there's
Put
something
some
to
dirt
that.
on that turd.
Anyway, we got to get out of here.
All right.
Happy Hour with Greg Budell and Pamela.
Paula,
They're
she's here.
next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.